Hello, everybody. Excelsior! Welcome, true believers, to the finale of Marvel Multiverse, the Day of Doom. I'm Derek Sword. I'm your GM for this game. I use he, him pronouns, and I am joined for the last time, at least for this game, by these very wonderful people who I'm going to let introduce themselves and their characters, and then we're going to get into it. I didn't even ask who's doing a recap this week. Heck, I'll do it. I do want to say before all of that, that this game is in support of PCRF, Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Fantastic cause, and if you are able and willing, both those factors important together, to donate to this wonderful cause, you can impact this game. You can give essentially what are advantages, which are edge. You can give trouble, which are disadvantages. You can create fantastic successes, fantastic failures, all that kind of cool stuff to make this game just a little bit spicier for the players here, or even for me. With that in mind, it's much appreciated. We have already raised for PCRF just for this specific kind of cause period. We've raised $135 out of a $200 goal. We can always raise that goal, but yeah, your dollars go towards a great cause, and I definitely want to shout out these people for choosing to spend their time in support of this really amazing philanthropy. So thank you to them. I also want to say that if you're looking for more of Sword and Key stuff, just kind of while you're watching, you can always go to beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can find all of our stuff there. You can find our socials. You can join our Discord, chat about this game and many other games. You can also see our other philanthropic endeavors. In addition to PCRF, we're always raising money for Canon Companions for Independence. And you can also see our discount codes and our affiliate ships. So if you're looking to get yourself something nice as well, you can save a little bit of money there too. All that said, let's go ahead and go around and have these lovely folks introduce themselves and their characters. So, Jen, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hello, hello. My name is Jen. My pronouns are they, she. I'll be playing your not so friendly, very local Manhattanite Jessica Jones, whose pronouns are at least she, possibly others.
Fantastic. Next up, Nick.
Hey everyone, I am Nick LaRue. I am playing the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, Daredevil, Matt Murdock. Pronouns he, they, and looking forward to this little finale we got going on here. Back to you,
Yeah,
Derek.
yeah. Little, not the word I would use for his finale, but that's okay. Daredevil seems to love surprises. Next up, I literally just closed the page. Why would I do that to myself? I'm gonna say that it's Taylor.
Yeah.
Why not? Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Taylor, aka Smoky Taylor, and I'll be playing your friendly neighborhood spider bite. I'm very excited for this big finale. Yeah.
Definitely. Next up, Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin. Pronouns are she, her. And I will be playing the swashbuckling Nightcrawler.
Most definitely. And hey, muscle memory is a real thing because I actually did get that right. I double checked because, of course, last but absolutely not least, as you can tell by the merch that I've been wearing every week here, the one and only Captain America, as portrayed by Mike.
I don't mute myself. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're kind of playing favorites. That's okay. Hi, I'm Mike. He, him pronouns, and I will be playing everyone's favorite Star Spangled Man with no plan as to how we're going to take down
That's the scariest thing I've heard so far.
him.
Everyone should worry when Cap does not have a plan. Okay.
Both of
Um,
them.
so you all have done a bang up job, no sarcasm intended, of really taking this city by storm, or at least the island of Manhattan. When this all began, were a ragtag group of disbanded superheroes, all separated from your respective teams, should you even be on a team, who found yourselves in the middle of a Latverian invasion, a doom bubble that encapsulated all of Manhattan, as a loud voice said that Manhattan had now been annexed by the Latverian supreme leader, Dr. Doom himself. In addition to this bubble, you also had an absolute flood of supervillains who had been released from the raft many of whom were now trapped in here with you, or were you trapped in here with them? You came to find out that several of them had been assigned as generals by Victor Von Doom and had been given certain kind of little boosts to what they did, in addition to these little Doom tablets that seem to control small divisions of Doombot armies. You were able to take out the entire wrecking crew. You found your way to Oscorp, where Norman Osborn asked for assistance while he had been made a general. He found himself challenged in that place by several other spider villains. Taking out those spider villains, and including some that might have been even illusory, you were given the next tablet and went then on to recover a little bit with some shawarma while planning to take on Absorbing Man and Titania. Excuse me, a couple of you did find out that the tablets can be placed into these Doom towers that have been placed at all four corners of Central Park and seem to be channeling that bubble all around the city itself. You've turned off two of them to remain, and you can still kind of see just vaguely through that green haze as several other heroes try to break through to no avail just yet. So, you have just found your way to the Barrymore Theater on Broadway. You have tracked the Absorbing Man and Titania there, and have just gone in to discover that they seem to be on a date, as Absorbing Man is using his Doombots. I think the last thing that he said was play Newsies. So as you all are walking into the theater now and see the conical head of Carl Creel, and next to the very vibrant, like, red mane of Titania, both sitting in these, these plush seats in, like, the ideal spot right in the center of the theater, and see Doombots portraying a young teenage Christian Bale. What would you all like to do?
I think Nightcrawler was just walking up the aisle, trying to talk to them when we last left.
I think I had actually said something on other clothes.
Yes, yeah, I believe you did make your presence known. So Daredevil, we did leave on in the balcony, kind of with the vantage point, picking up on the music, kind of getting that echolocation to kind of see everybody from above. And yes, so Cap, Nightcrawler have kind of made their presence known. So you see, you're kind of the silhouette, because all the light is coming from the stage. Somehow they have, whether they have Doombots up in the rafters or what, like, this is a pretty professional stage show that has been put on. And yet, as you walk in, you see the Absorbing Man kind of turn around in his seat. His big muscular arm kind of drapes over the back of it as he looks and he goes, "What do yous want? You looking for a show?"
I prefer Pippin myself, but
I've got a
no,
cat right here.
we were hoping to talk to you about that device there that you have.
This, what about it?
We're not here
Sharing
for
is
you,
caring.
So Jessica, you say sharing is caring, and he kind of stands up at this point, and Titania also stands up. Why you always got to mess with everything? Why do you always have to ruin everything? We want to see a Broadway show. Do you know how hard it is to get tickets these days?
We're not
And
here
finally,
for you, Creel.
So he looks over. You here for her then?
No. We just want the device. We want to stop what Doom's doing. We're going to leave you in peace.
Yeah, okay. So here's the problem. This device is a date night device. This is date night. So, unless you're gonna get up there and kick your little red bloomers all over the place, I guess you could try and take it from me.
What if we got you tickets to the Jahrmarkt Circus?
I don't. Is that another language? What the hell is that?
Well, it's German. They tour.
Weren't you in cabaret?
The show or in general?
Sorry, that's my own deep cut Alan Cumming reference. Listen, all I'm trying to do is show the pretty lady here a nice day. We've been in separate cell blocks for a couple of months, and it's been a long time, you know what I mean? So just, if you all could just do me a fucking favor and go away. Make like a tree and run. That would be super great.
We in Lord of the Rings and someone forgot to tell us, or
Is that a Mandarin reference? I listen. I've got about 10 seconds more of patience, and then I'm gonna start making your day a lot worse. So,
I mean, our day already sucks.
Mhm.
To be very clear, our day already sucks. So
okay. Is there anything you all would like to say or do, as you can tell that tensions are pretty heated right now?
okay, look, and I'm gonna real quick turn to Spider-Bite. Or wait, is Spider-Bite here or is Spider-Bite off doing weird shit?
Spider-Bite's here.
Okay, cool.
Off doing weird shit. Where?
I turn to Spider-Bite and quietly I'm like, can you just hack into the system and get them tickets to something?
Yeah, I can, definitely. Like, do they have cell phones?
The villains do not. No, they recently just got out of prison, and the Cricket store was closed, as we said. Or I guess the Mint Mobile doesn't even have storefronts.
They didn't rob a store.
Well, it's kind
like,
of you gotta activate
That's
it, and
that's
there's
how
a whole
Deadpool cuts down on overhead costs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn back to these two. I'm just like, look, it's been a long day. I can appreciate wanting a date night. Tell you what, you give us your date machine. We are in a damn theater. My friend here is gonna run to the box office, work her magic, get you a couple tickets to a surprise show. No tricks, just a show. Just show tickets. Make a trade.
And get you a season pass so you get to see 6 shows.
Okay. What I would love is a logic roll from Jessica. You have your one edge, as you do have Spider Bite there in, like, the full, like, neon-esque glow, like the cybernetic glow of Spider Bite. This is very clearly reads as like, hey, here's somebody who can hack. So yeah, go ahead and give me a logic roll, please.
All right, let's see how this goes. What current donation perks do we have right now? I'm curious.
I am not sure we have any right now. I believe
Okay,
they've
cool.
all been used up.
And I have an
Which is
edge.
further
I'm gonna
incentive for
re-roll
you,
that
the
fucking
audience.
one. Let's see. 8, 13 plus non-combat check is 18.
Okay. Pretty good. You can tell that, like, Titania, like, pulls his arm in a little bit, and she whispers to him. She's just kind of like, listen, like, just have like a nice day. Like, does it really have to be this every single time? And he looks over. He goes, just like, I don't feel small about this. Okay, so just give me one. Okay, all right. I will hand over this doohickey. But in addition to that, Soldier Boy there's got to let me touch his shield.
How much touching we talking about on the shield? Like holding it, or
All
just
he needs
like?
is a single touch to absorb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Are we talking a loving caress? Like,
Yeah, you talking about? Are you talking about like a loving caress?
how
The
intimate
anger?
and uncomfortable is this gonna be?
We just
I'm
give
not
you the
even
letter
gonna
strap.
leave a fingerprint smudge on, and I'm talking side of a pinky. That's all I need.
think it might be more of an absorbing caress.
Can I,
Can I
can I
detect? Can I
read this
detect whether
guy?
or not he is lying or not?
Yeah, samesies.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's better for Daredevil, so like, you can have it.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. So Daredevil, if you want to do your vigilance roll and kind
yeah.
of
What?
listen for heartbeat.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Uh, I'm gonna do that. It's not great. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be a 14.
Okay. Listening to heartbeat, you've got his and Titania's. Both are a little like accelerated, right? They're both their date night's interrupted. They're both a little like you can even pick up maybe by like scent, the pheromones. Like there's some heat in the air, and not all of it is romantic. There's also like some frustration and like fuck, I really don't want to have to beat up some superheroes, but like date night. But through the heartbeat, you don't get any of those stutters or like any changes to it when he says that. You're not picking up on any obvious lies through this.
I'm going to kind of like uh, catapult myself off the top of the balcony, and I want to land kind of near them, but I want to kind of show like, hey, I'm unarmed. This is not an aggressive move. This is just a more of a making myself known move. And I want to tell them like, I'll call ahead for you once you're done. You're done with your date night. Your shows, all that. Why don't you stop on by to Josie's down in Hell's Kitchen, and you can grab a couple of drinks, and it's charge it to Foggy Nelson.
Hell kind of name is Foggy.
He's a lawyer, just a Southern lawyer. No, Foggy, no, good guy. He's defended you like 3 times.
You know how many times I've been defended? Was it
Exactly.
successful?
More or less.
Okay. I appreciate the drink offer. But my contingency my contingency, he looks back to the Titania, she just shrugs, still stands. I want to touch that shield.
Look, all I'm saying is that from someone like we know I've dated She-Hulk before. All right, from one muscle mommy guy to another, like, come on, man. We don't need to do this. Like, we're good.
I
What are you gonna do? You're gonna touch a shield. Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
absorb some power or something like that from it. And
Yeah.
then, what are you gonna do with it? There's nothing going on out here.
I'm going to feel nigh indestructible. Have you ever felt nigh indestructible, squishy boy?
Not once. Not
Yeah.
once.
So you get a tendency to want to feel that again. And listen, I'm not gonna hit. No, you let me do that. I give you this doohickey. You all can go about your day, and I can be star spangled for a little bit too. I'm not even your problem.
Hey, Cap,
You know what, Creel? I believe you.
I am trying to go straight these days. That's me and my lady love here. It's one of those things. We're really trying to straighten out our lives and just do wet work for whoever has the most money. Real straight mercenary stuff.
great mercenary.
Yeah. So he puts out a hand, just like an empty hand, and holds like the tablet back just a little bit. It's not like he's like, oh, doing keep away, but he is kind of holding it closer.
Step up, take his hand with my hand as a handshake, and then bring in the shield and touch his wrist.
And as you do, you watch like the point of contact slowly begin to expand. His eyes close in this moment of just like minor ecstasy as you see his skin start to shift and change into like this red and white and blue and white, and the vibranium just starts to absorb into his skin. You watch like almost colossus like his skin takes on the vibranium adamantium mixture of Cap's shield, and he just takes in this really deep breath, which kind of like sounds more hollow since it's coming through essentially a metallic larynx at this point. That's really nice. That's that feels good. Okay.
We still have our hand.
Yeah, he's still shaking, and he leans forward. He kind of like shifts his body a little bit, hands over the tablet. We got a deal.
We got a deal.
No stopping it now.
Okay. He like gives your hand just a little squeeze. Just
I
it's
figured.
hard, but it's not hand breaking. And then let's go. And Titania's like she's like running her fingers along the metal. She's like, this is really nice. This is nice.
Okay,
like
we'll leave you
this.
two alone to do whatever you two are about to do.
Yeah, let's just say the show's about to change. You know what I
You're gonna
mean?
go polish that metal, aren't you?
Hey, that's disgusting. Show some class.
Look,
Like-
Krill, Titania, maybe now you can go carry her over the threshold. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you think they got any Blue Elf, were you a priest? Is that a thing?
Yeah,
I think you are. Like,
I was for some point, but there is some contention behind that. I might have been a fake priest.
Oh no, look at the
Oh,
time. Need to
Very
teleport somewhere.
complicated. Yes.
All right. Hey, can you like on your way out, can you set it to I don't know, like Suzical or something? Just like I want to see what the range is like and how far into Sala Salu we can get before they shut down.
Yeah, I can do that.
A true test of Spider Bite's powers.
I was gonna ask her to just go online and just get quickly ordained.
Yeah, it really does take 30 seconds. As an ordained minister myself, as a reverend myself, I can tell you it is very fast.
DM'd by the Reverend Sword. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, hey, if you're ever looking to get married in the Pacific Northwest, I got time. Okay. So with that, you leave the theater as the absorbing man in Titania. He puts an arm around her, and you begin to hear a lot of like skin on metal kind of noises, and the Doombots continue into Horton Hears a Who, and leaving the theater, you walk back out on the street to find your van is where you left it. Your sad little minivan. The motorcycle that he had basically pulled into the lobby still there. The doors still burst open, but otherwise everything pretty normal.
All right, one down, two to go.
Yeah, Spider-Man leaves the folder of all the tickets and stuff on the front counter whenever they're ready to get that from the box office.
All right,
want to,
so go ahead.
No, Jessica, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna check.
Leadership suits you.
Thanks, I hate it. I was gonna check the tablet for where Juggernaut is because we can no longer procrastinate him.
Yeah. Okay. So the tablet, you've navigated it before, and you pull up the location where it still shows that he is at Madison Square Garden, and basically like almost the center of the building itself, where he seems to have taken up residence.
And we confirmed that there are potential, like this was something like there was something going on there, so there were civilians at the place as well.
You didn't necessarily clarify civilians, but you were able to see that there were other bodies there.
Copy that.
Yeah, from what you can see, they were moving about. So, yeah, definitely not like hostages or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Or maybe, they weren't tied up kind of hostages, I should say.
Do we want to go throw this Doom pad into one of the other slots on our way, or how are we feeling, folks?
Is it on our way?
Is it on our way?
Not really. You'd have to go back north to Central Park, actually the far end of Central Park, and then cut all the way back down for
The
Madison.
last two are pretty close to one another, so
Mhm.
maybe we do both of those at the same time.
Okay.
All we need is one, though.
You have two left. You've taken out
Two towers, one pad.
Yeah. You were able to get Norman Osborn's tablet. You were able to get the Wrecking Crew's tablet, which took out two of the four towers. You now have one tablet with two towers left.
I see.
So
Yeah,
Juggernaut
I
has
meant
the last of
get
them.
Juggernauts and
Yes.
then take out those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's how you all planned it out last time, was to basically it was a triangle to get to Juggernaut, and then you could go north to the Central Park tablets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Are we driving to Central Park, or not Central Park? We're driving to Madison Square Garden then.
Let's go to MSG.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know it was that acronym. Okay. That's interesting. All right.
I just find it funny because,
Mhm.
food.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And also, hey, MSG is just fine. Like, put it in your food. It's delicious.
It sure is. There's
Yeah,
nothing
it's
wrong with
great.
it. People,
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's just
people are just
umami, baby.
racist.
Yep.
Yeah.
The most umami event center in existence.
Exactly.
So, packing into the van once more, you, or those of you who are riding on top, or those of you who might be swinging above, you travel through the city streets. Taylor, for Spider Bite, if you want to give me an ego roll, please.
I think you're hard muted, Taylor.
Hello.
There we go.
There we go.
Hello.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Hi.
16.
16. Okay, great. So what do Spider Bite's webs look like? Are they do they have like a digital look to them? Are they
Yeah, they're more digital, purple, blue. You use binary codes on it.
Okay. As you are whipping along, it's almost like there's a glitch in your web for the briefest moment. It's like it glitches out for just half a second, kicks back in, but it's almost like it interrupts your swinging to where you drop down just a little bit before you're able to catch yourself. And you notice that like the code kind of like almost shifts a little bit in color when you shoot out your next like digital webbing. And it's there for just a moment. It doesn't last very long. But as you continue to kind of swing along, there's kind of this like nagging voice in the back of your head, almost like another voice, just in the back of your head. There's definitely the one that's like, wonder what that was. Is that maybe a multiversal thing? Is it too long since I've been home? But then there's another voice that just says like, no, we're fine. Everything's okay. We're okay.
Like, does
So-
the voice like sound like Spider Bite, or is it like a totally different voice?
I think it sounds like your voice, almost like if you were to record it over someone else's. Like there's a level of like reverb to it, where it almost sounds like a synthesized version of your voice. And it for as much as you can tell, it's in your own head. Like, is this just a subconscious thing? Is this a multiversal thing?
Mhm.
You're not really sure.
Spider Bite will like let the other like team know that says my time may be limited here. You guys just want to let you guys know.
You will continue on driving through the streets, navigating through. We've done enough rolls to determine that Jessica, while not having a license, is a perfectly adequate driver when it comes to New York traffic, especially when, perfectly adequate. You all have survived so far. You've only lost one vehicle out of several encounters. Before too long, the looming circular cylindrical building of Madison Square Garden, it kind of cuts through the city street where you get to this opening, and it's just there. It's getting to be later in the day at this point, so
Mhm.
it's you kind of have the setting sun behind you, which is casting this orange glow on all of these rows of windows and all of the kind of like almost like semi columns that are built into the outside of it. It does not look like it has any power on, like all of the screens that are typically flashing for this fight or this game or whatever else. Nothing's necessarily being shown here. If anything, you notice that there are several long banners of the Latvian flag that have kind of been draped over in place of a lot of those screens. So you all can drive through the front door, or you can park and walk. How would you like to proceed?
I would like to make a call, if I could. I'm gonna use the comms, and I'm gonna try to get in touch with Jarvis over at the headquarters.
For sure. Yeah.
Hey, Jarvis, a quick question for you. Do we have access, or are you able to give us any type of emergency access to any of Tony's spare armors?
Unfortunately, Mr. Devil, you do not have current levels of access to the armory. I can send you supply packs, but you are not authorized for any versions of any marks, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
Have I said unfortunately enough?
Yeah, not.
Ask if he can
give me-
drop a supply pack directly on top of Juggernaut.
Personally, I was hoping for Hulkbuster armor, but
Mr. Devil, you are most certainly not authorized for the Hulkbuster armor, nor is it currently usable.
I mean, we've got a plasma rifle and a plasma shotgun.
Right. And a van.
I am willing to wrecking crew this again. I am absolutely willing to.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna take the Honda Odyssey on a little trip.
The Honda Odyssey, as we recently found out, is a surprisingly durable little thing.
Yeah. Fun for the whole family. I don't know if we are going to make too much of a dent in the Juggernaut, though, other than maybe a distraction. Anyone thoughts on how to skin this cat?
Yeah? I mean,
It's not exactly a situation we could punch our way out of.
my current thought is get a hold of the tablet and take liberal advantage of the missile strike option.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe I could jump on him like on Andre the Giant in The Princess Bride.
I could
Okay.
try and just throw Spider. I could just throw Spider at it, and what, do you need physical contact to get into a device?
I was like,
So
just
if-
touch it, suck it in, yeah.
So if I throw you at it, assuming you don't go splat,
Mhm.
you might be able to get into that thing.
Yeah.
Now I remember that you said that the missile strike was passcode locked. But would you be able to bypass that from inside?
I believe I could take a stab at it, but I can't make it wrong.
I'd like to step in here. As much as I appreciate the violent and very forceful option, there's a couple of factors that are going to be problematic. One, Juggernaut is beyond damage. Missile strike is not going to hurt him. The only thing a missile strike is going to do is wreck Madison Square Garden. And we don't
nobody
have an
lost.
accurate count of casualties, and I would personally rather avoid that. Secondly, I don't know the extent of your power, Spider, but as far as I know, once you're in the device, you're in the device. So unless he gives us the device, you're stuck in a device.
I was like,
Unless you
I
can pop out of it, at which point then you're right in front of him.
Yeah, I was like, I could pop out of it.
So I don't know if throwing
Fire web
Spider into
away.
the device would actually accomplish what we needed to. We need the device physically, and I don't think this is going to go any other way other than with the same way with Creel. We're going to have to talk him out of it.
Well,
I mean, the
I
X-Men
do
can't
know
take
the
this guy
guy.
down.
Well, they can, but
Heard.
Yeah, I don't
Understood here
know.
as well. Uh, Previous encounters with the Juggernaut had been successful. If you could perhaps bury him in 7 stories of concrete, or if you could tear off his helmet and have a telepath nearby, or if you were to make a deal with the demon lord of the Gem of Sidorak himself in exchange for your own soul and thereby possession of the Gem of Sidorak.
there are
Sure.
too
Some
many
options.
people fighting over my soul already, so maybe not that one.
It was like, we could do option one. We are in Manhattan. There's a lot of construction going on.
We need the
Madison
device
Square Garden
before
is
we
big.
bury him.
Well, here's the other issue is that, we can't just leave a pile of concrete in the middle of Manhattan.
Oh, he'd get out of it.
I was going to say, if we can get him immobilized and he can't work up enough inertia to actually break out of anything, we're in a good position that way. And look, we just at this point have to get the shield down, deal with Doom, and the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, the Avengers, anyone else can
We'd have
mop
reinforcements to
that
deal with
up.
him.
Yeah,
Really,
Yes.
any
Right.
telepath,
yeah.
which we don't have.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
mean,
mainly just about a stopgap.
unless you want to go teleport out of the thing, go get Professor X, carry him over here, and
I don't remember whether he's in a wheelchair right now, so that could prove more difficult, possibly.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if he's alive right now. I like
On planet.
he's done a lot of dying lately.
oh, Krakoa. Uh, so, well, I look. Ultimately, we know who we're dealing with. We don't know what we're dealing with. So we still have to get into the building. So, are we thinking stealth mission here, or are we thinking walk right up and you know see what's behind door number 3?
Maybe
Honestly-
everyone else goes stealth. I try to talk to him.
We can certainly try.
We can
I'll go
certainly try.
I'll go in
The
your
risk-
earpiece.
The
All right.
risk there, of course, being if he senses that there are hidden people, he will no longer trust you immediately.
Well, the good news about Juggernaut is he's big, he's strong, he's not smart. So that's a
Why
chance.
is
It's
size always inversely proportional to intelligence? Anyway,
just a lot of blood
He's
going to other
sometimes
places.
smart.
Um, yeah. All right. Yeah, I think that Spider having a little bit of acting as a little bit of backup for Kurt, probably not a bad idea. Something goes really bad, Kurt can port out of there. We're good. Uh, Cap, what are you thinking? What kind of approach on something like this would you take if you were storming the bunker back in World War II? What would this be?
I think we should just be straight up. I don't see this playing out any other way than him giving us thing willingly. He's got the strength and the power. We couldn't take it from him if we tried.
I mean, the good thing about someone that powerful is they don't really need more power, and obviously Doom needs him more than he needs Doom at this point. So,
The only thing I can think of as an ace in the hole is to use Kurt's power to get it from him.
Yeah, I agree with
I'm
that.
also writing that line down. That's probably a good thing to say.
Yeah. Taking notes off the side. Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
a good
picturing
one.
just like writing on your hand.
All right. I'm all for stealthing in. Sticking to the shadows so far has worked fairly well for me, so I'm probably going to try that at least one more time.
All right.
So, for those of you who are going in to scout, if you would like to give me a, here's where I need to remember what things are called. An agility roll for your stealth.
Dexterity skill check.
Yeah.
Ooh, and
Agility.
I am sneaky, so I believe that gives me an edge.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm red, white, and blue. I don't exactly blend.
Right. Yeah.
My traits are deal maker. I have to wonder if that does anything for me. Deal maker in public speaking. Like that's everything on this.
Probably could have been super useful in literally the last thing we did.
Right?
I got a 19.
Okay. All right. So is it just Nightcrawler going in?
With spider bite inside
need
my
the roll?
earpiece.
Right, in the earpiece. Okay, cool. Doing that. Okay. Um,
You're going in
Erin?
stealthy?
I'm just walking in, I think.
but maintaining a level of stealth as you're kind of, keeping an eye out. So as far as keeping an eye out,
Yeah.
go ahead and give me a vigilance roll.
You want everyone to give an agility roll if we're being stealthy going in?
Please. Yeah, if you're being
Yeah,
stealthy
okay.
going in, yes, please an agility roll for that.
So I know a
Mm,
616 is special.
vigilance
What about a
is,
161?
Oh,
No, not so much.
Nothing.
I had a 14.
Okay.
I had a 13.
Right.
10 to be clear.
Oh,
I need to roll in there for spider bite for being in the earpiece.
You're fine in the earpiece, yeah.
Cool.
So we're rolling. Sorry.
You're all good.
Hmm. 15 for stealth.
Wonderful. Okay. So, as you all move inwards, maybe Kurt taking just a little bit of a lead there. Erin, what was the vigilance roll?
Vigilance was the 13.
Was the 13? Great. Okay. So, what your elf eyes see, as you're kind of scanning about, like you're going into one of the main entrances. So there's a lot of like the concessions and everything like that before you get into the main arena. And as you're looking around, this place is trashed. Like you can see the path of Juggernaut as he has run through this place several times. There's big holes in the wall and like the cinder block where he has passed through. The concession stands are all just absolutely destroyed. You see that like the kegs have literally been crushed like beer cans. Where there might be bars. There's like nacho cheese splatter all over one of the walls. And as you all continue further into the main arena, you can clearly see the lights are on. They're all kind of shining down towards like one central point where nobody seems to have seen you yet, but they're gleaming off of the red domed head of Juggernaut. All these lights shine down as he has gathered, like basically just crushed together several of the rows of arena seats into this like Game of Thrones-esque throne, where that one was made of swords. This one is kind of made of like the
Bleachers.
front rows of a basketball game. Yeah. And he's just kind of like lounging on it. He has these these fingers that are probably as thick as Captain America's arms that are just kind of drumming, and then all about kind of performing like almost these Olympian feats of strength, just lifting shit, throwing shit at each other. Like if the Olympic Games were for like people who are severely uneducated, like if the Olympics and Jackass were combined, this is what these guys would be doing. And you see about 5 individuals, all with, from what you can tell, are like bowls or colanders on their heads, who are all kind of just like running around and be like, Kane, look at this! And like somebody will like throw a bunch of chairs at them and they'll kind of like scatter off them. He's like, I'm like you, right? And you can see that all of them are just slightly glowing red, just a little bit, like out of the aura of like, again, all the theater, or not theater lights, but all the stadium lights shining down on Juggernaut, who's just kind of like nodding along a little bit as these goons are seemingly just running around. So that's, as you're like looking down into the arena, that's what you see. I imagine you all kind of like stacked up along the sides of one of the doors. So with that, what would you all like to do?
I think Nightcrawler is going to teleport basically somewhere, yeah, in view, in the stadium, like in the bleachers,
Okay.
um, and is just going to shout down, Kane, I think you might be confused. The Dazzler concert is not until next week.
So teleporting into the stands, well within view of Juggernaut. Like the way the lights are, you can't really see his eyes or his mouth kind of in like the shadow of the helmet. But he does look up and you watch as like this huge intake of breath and just like this massive sigh of you all just couldn't leave me alone. Couldn't just be king for a day. What do you want, Elf? What possibly could I be doing here that's making your life hard right now?
Or nothing other than we are trapped in Manhattan, and the way to get untrapped in Manhattan from Manhattan is the little electronic device that you have.
And you can see that he's not only holding the electronic device, it's actually been like kind of strapped to his chest. And you can see that like the tablet, instead of like glowing green, actually is glowing red somewhat. And he kind of looks down at his can't really, like in the same way that like bodybuilders can't like clap their hands in front of their chest, like he can't fully look down, but he goes, this thing's got me friends, and they're like me. So no, Bluey, I'm not into sharing today.
All
If the
right.
rats- if the rat's around somewhere, the one with the claws, tell him to come talk to me. I'd really like to break him today. But otherwise, if it's just you, you can fuck off.
No, not just me. We have Jien is here and Emma. You know, the usual suspects for shutting you down.
Uh, what is lying? Jesus. Um,
Oh no.
that's I mean, is that logic? Is that
I mean,
ego?
it's gotta be ego, right? I think persuasion stuff in general is ego, right?
Ego,
think
ego's
so.
basically charisma, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an ego roll.
Okay.
You got this. 616. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm trying to see if I have any don't think any of my things are specifically lying. Well, I am trying to get him to voluntarily do something for
You
me,
are.
so
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So let's roll with an edge.
Almost putting the fear of God into him.
And that is +4. That's an 18.
Wow. Okay. With that, he does straighten up, and like these massive boots just kind of like stomp down onto the ground as he climbs down from this throne that kind of clatters all apart as he does, and he's now standing. His boot imprints like into the wooden floorboards of the basketball court, and he puts his arms across his chest and he goes, well, it's not just me this time. So, bring it on then. You have a team before, I have a team now. And they're not called the Juggy Boys, no matter what they keep telling me. So,
You can
boys,
workshop that.
It's not a name that's well derivative to hedge people or family. Yes.
They're glued to stick it anyway.
So, brothers, why don't you show our new guest Juggernaut hospitality.
Oh no.
If you all would like to roll for initiative, you now have the Juggy Boys, who are, as far as you can tell, convicts. They are wearing like orange jumpsuits, sleeves pulled off, and again, colanders and bowls in their heads, which you can now see have eye holes punched in them, so they can emulate the Juggernaut metal bowls. Yeah, and so the Juggernaut seems to be channeling some sort of energy, perhaps from the Gem of Sidorak itself through some Doom technology, to these fellows. So.
Oh, good.
Can I jump in the middle of this real quick and just
For
go,
sure,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa, 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 like, all right, so you got your crew, we got our crew, fantastic. Kurt, nice try, that was fantastic. All right, so I have a proposition for you. You know, king for a day, you like to make the rules. Let's do something fair for everybody. We're at Madison Square Garden. What better time? Play a game of ball. You get your crew, we take our crew, and you know what? Best of 20. Or best of 10, 12, whatever. I don't know. Whatever we people play to these days.
He snaps his fingers and like a little shockwave kind of reverberates out. It's not enough to do damage, but it's enough to stop the hench people that he has. And he kind of tilts his head a little bit and he goes, "Have we ever fought before?"
Yeah, a couple times with Spider-Man.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I'm the
I don't
guy
know
with the
what-
sticks that just like knocks on your helmet sometimes.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
We
kill you
know
first.
I can't really do any damage here. This is not a power grab. This is not, this isn't anything. Let's if we're gonna decide something, let's do this like gentlemen. Let's do this like sports fans. This is New York. We're at Madison Square Garden. Let's play a game. Winner takes the pad.
Go ahead and give me give me an ego roll as you are persuading here.
My ego's so bad.
Can I use that as a distraction for Spider Bite to get out of the earpiece to go into the device in the chest to try to control the Juggy Boys to parade mode?
Yes, so these are not Doombots. I should note that.
Oh, there's like
So-
Doom technology. I thought
They are, so what he's using the tablet to channel his gem of Sidorak and basically allow him to share a bit of his power with other people. These are essentially people he's met in prison that aren't supervillains that he's made into supervillains. So yes, he's using the Doom tablet, but it looks like Juggernaut didn't get Doombots. He got another way of making friends. Much in the way that Norman Osborn wasn't necessarily granted Doombots. You actually didn't find out what he was granted, but that's fine. I meant to put in a scene and I didn't. So yes, you may have an edge on basically like dodging, ducking, dipping, diving, and dodging into the Doom device. But he will be distracted. So if you would like to do an agility roll for that.
And my ego roll was not fantastic. It was 12.
Okay. So you did get edge on that, right? Because you were making a deal, and yeah.
Yeah, and I rolled better because I went from a 1 to a 4,
Okay.
but it still was not great. Look, I'm trying to space jam this guy basically, and
I get it. Yeah. We're gonna keep rolling for initiative. He's now coming for you as he has sent his 5 goons after Nightcrawler, since he has kind of identified just the 2 of you so far. Spider-Bite, you will basically be jumping in on your turn, which you will have edge for. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some rolls from y'all.
Well, for the initiative, I was 16.
Okay. All right. Jen, what about you?
Actually, also a 16.
Okay. Do y'all have a preference?
I like to add on to this.
care.
I also has a 16.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Do the three of you have
Raise your hand if you have a 16.
Everybody else got 16.
Just us, okay. Since y'all are actually the ones that are currently much closer, I'm happy for you two to go first.
11.
Okay.
I already know what Spider Bite's action is, so I can go first on that.
Cap, what'd you get?
20.
Oh,
17?
20.
20. Very nice. All right, Cap, you
guess
will be
Cap's
up
going
first.
I am going to hold my action
Okay.
because I see Kane moving towards Daredevil, and I'm going to
Correct.
intercede when that happens.
Fair enough. Okay. With that, then the Juggy Boys are going to try to go up after Nightcrawlers. So there are 5 of them. They are going to try to attack you here.
I feel like I'm about to have a bad day.
Okay, so yeah, they're gonna try to clobber here. So, Nightcrawler, remind me, what is your? I feel like I have this written down, but you don't have a. No, that can't be right. You don't have damage reduction, right?
I don't have damage reduction.
Okay. What is your melee defense score?
14.
And what is your agility defense score?
Agility defense score is 16.
Okay. So I'm going to have 3 of them basically like breaking off chairs and throwing them at you, and I'm going to have 2 of them try to basically like Hulk leap up and try to pummel you. So let's do the pummeling first. It's going to be
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
that's right. Okay. Both of those attacks are going to hit, so you are going to take let's see.
So, I am going to use a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. This is when I'm attacked. I'm
Mhm.
going to blink to a space up to 3 spaces away. I'm gonna blink 3 spaces directly.
Okay. All right.
And if an attack would now be out of range, it misses. And if an attack would still be in range, it can still attack but has trouble.
Okay. So with that then, let's do. So both melee attacks will miss then. That reduces that by 4. One of the ranged attacks misses. 2 of the ranged attacks miss, and yeah, all attacks miss. As where you once were, you watch as these 2 guys just try to literally like juggernaut punch through. They follow through into the arena flooring, like crumbling the seat, kind of like leaving these dents in the metal and wood. As you also watch, like the chairs are flung upwards. They actually do like weight. But as you're in the air and they can't necessarily predict exactly where you're going to be, these stadium chairs just all fly wildly around you. So you've avoided damage on that. Very well done.
That's how I
Next
get
up,
away with not having any
Pretty good.
introduction.
Next up, we have the 316s. So I'm sorry, who's going first amongst you?
I
I
think
think
Spider-Bite's
I
going
am
first.
actually.
Oh
Or,
shit!
yeah,
Well,
Spider-Bite.
either of you
Or
two, just not
rock
me.
paper scissors.
You can go first.
Okay, I'll
How can
go.
only do scissors? It's not fair. Okay, so let's
You can also do paper.
Nightcrawler. Yeah, that's true. Let's do Nightcrawler, Spider-Bite, and then Jessica. So, yeah, Nightcrawler, you've just teleported 3 spaces into the air. So you are coming back down. However, you have 2 goons directly beneath you, and you have 3 additional that are a little further out.
Okay. Well then I'm going to fight the two goons directly below me with a flying double kick.
Go for it.
Okay.
They have damage reduction 1.
So 14 plus 4, that's an 18 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. The flying double kick deals damage to both of them.
Okay.
So you said uh so you said that's one.
1 damage reduction. Yes. So whatever you're going to multiply your M dice by, it'll just reduce by 1. But the M dice will
Okay.
reduce by 1.
So M dice was a 5, so that would
Okay.
be a 4. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 4 is 20.
20. Okay. You land this well-placed kick down on both of the helmeted, I'm going to put with an asterisk afterwards, heads of these two former inmates, and watches the bowls like have this nightcrawler foot-sized dent in them, and one of them loses the helmet entirely. What good it was doing, you can't really tell. And yeah, these are just guys. However, you can see that there is like this Sidorak gem red-esque energy that is channeling through their eyes. Like these guys have a little bit of juggernaut power to them, that they absorb just a little bit, but they definitely aren't as hardy as the big man himself. And you can tell that you've broken at least one of their noses as a little bit of blood kind of trickles down. So they took a lot of damage on that. Anything else for your turn?
As my movement, I am then going to teleport just behind Juggernaut.
Okay. All right. And with that, Spider Bite, it is your turn.
So for that roll, I got an 18.
Okay. So there you are. Okay. All right. I'm going to have Juggernaut see if he can catch you. Basically, you are materializing out of the earpiece. You have now teleported. Kurt has teleported you both behind Juggernaut, and so you were essentially trying to materialize, come around, and jump into the device on his chest. So, and you got an 18. Oh, that's so close. Let's see if he's going to get a 616 here. No, dang. Okay. 6-1. Well, I guess it'll be a 644. So he does not catch you. You see this mitt kind of like swipes at you to try to catch you like right around the abdomen as you dive in. But that's already when you're digitizing, and going full Digimon into the device itself. So in moments you have kind of spider agility your way back into the Doom device, and now find yourself digitized in like this matrix-esque just lines of green code all in Latvarian Cyrillic, and we'll address that here on our next turn, unless there's anything else you had for your turn for here.
That's it.
Okay. All right, Jessica Jones, it is your turn.
Fantastic. How many of his Jugger boys are there left?
There are 5 in total.
5
2
in
of them
total,
have
okay.
taken a lot of damage.
Fantastic.
Some-
Are those two near each other?
Yes, the 2 are side by side.
Fucking fantastic.
Yes.
I want to hit their heads together.
Yes, you absolutely may.
Am I able to make it to them, because I know I was hidden and I'm not sure what the exact, like, if I can reach them from my hiding place.
Sorry for changing the music too much. There we go. Okay. Yes. From a hiding place, you should be able to run out just fine. And yeah, especially kind of seeing the vantage point of everything. So one of them's literally still wearing, the metal bowl. The other one's not. The other one has a bloody nose. So you may bang some heads together.
I would like to bang some heads together.
Go
Let's
for
see how this goes. It won't. It's another 161.
Okay.
Sorry, God. I used up all my karma on episode 1. Yeah, it's fucking 11. I don't think that's gonna work.
Since you're jumping out from a hiding place, I will give you an edge on that if you did want to reroll one.
Okay.
So I think that's a cool move.
12.
I believe
went from
a
1 to
12 is
a
what
2.
you need. You needed a 13 for a melee attack.
Yeah, so it doesn't make it. Just
Okay.
a 12.
That's all right. The
Wait,
I tried so hard.
this one just a little bit. Maybe on your next one. We'll see here. Okay. With that, it is Juggernaut's turn. Juggernaut is going to so Spider-Bite has just essentially dived into the tablet on his chest. We'll resolve that here on Spider-Bite's next turn. He just looks at you. The fuck was that? It looks like locks back onto Daredevil. Tired of this bullshit. And he's going to rev up for a charge at you. So let's see. He's got a lot to him here. All right. I'm going to have him just charge and go for I guess a clobber attack is. Well, what does smash do? Let's see if he'll smash.
I'm going to let you know whatever he does. I'm going to use a reaction to do a counter-strike technique, which is that one that deals half of the attacker's damage back on the attacker.
Cool.
Yeah, but you're still gonna take a mid-full. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm screwed. I mean,
I'm
I'm just hoping he rolls poorly. That's all I've got at this point.
I do like Cap going, yeah, but yeah.
you
okay,
still
it's
take
fine.
the punch.
Yeah.
It's like, wait.
If there's one thing Battle and Jack Murdoch taught Maddie how to do, it's take a punch.
Died.
Just not from
No.
him.
Just last words.
Nope. See,
Yeah.
nope. I can't let that
Yeah,
happen.
that's
I'm
the
sorry.
thing that a lot of people tend to forget. Jack Murdoch beaten to death. Depending on which thing origin story we're looking at. It's not about how many times, how hard you get hit is how many times or something like that. I don't know. It's too many blows to the head.
Okay. Nick, I'm gonna let you know right now. There's a +11. There's no way that you're not getting hit. So
I would like
Let's
to
do it.
interpose.
Let's do it.
okay, yes, please, Cap, please, for the love of God, please. How would you like to interpose?
I'm basically sort of hustling up, and I'm going to essentially run and skid, essentially to basically and just sort of pop up right in front of them. I'm gonna say, even the mountain fell, Juggernaut, and just stand there and shield wall it.
Okay. All right. So he is going to take his punch at Cap then.
Comes at me.
Is there
Yes.
any sort of mechanic here that would be considered like help or aid or anything like that to give Cap any sort of an edge?
Yeah, you absolutely can still do your reaction to,
Okay.
channel the damage back at him. Otherwise, I feel like Juggernaut's attention is kind of divided. So, let's see. I will give. We'll do this. I will give Cap an extra layer of damage reduction. You have damage reduction 4 right now? Is
Yep.
that right? Okay. So we can do damage reduction 5. Essentially, he wasn't meant to aim for the shield, and now you're mostly getting right in the way of his fist. So with Daredevil kind of, blocking you, with you collecting all of that energy into the direct center of that vibranium, we'll give you an extra damage reduction on that. So let's see here. So okay, so rolled a 6 on the Marvel die. So it'll just be 1 times 8 then. Okay, so it'll be 14 points of melee damage that kind of channel through with this shockwave.
I'm actually going to
towards-
use Brace for Impact,
Okay.
and I'm going to spend 14 focus to negate that completely. And
Okay.
because I take no damage, I don't get pushed back. So I literally
Fair
will
enough.
just stand there straight with the arm up and absorb the entire impact of the Juggernaut's punch.
You got it. That damage gets fully absorbed into that vibranium. Where there would be a shockwave, I mean, this is very much like Mjolnir hitting the shield, where it's just you expect there to be this big thing, but everything's just kind of absorbed into it.
I was thinking Free
okay.
Guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Nick, did you still want to try to use a reaction for that?
No.
Okay. We can say your reaction was helping Cap. I
Yeah.
think that's because you
Yeah.
get one per turn. All right. Now with the two of you being Juggernaut's focus, Cap, it
Great.
is no, wait, it's not your turn, it's Daredevil's turn.
Yeah. All right. Um, Shiza. Uh, let's see here. I'm gonna
Sure.
go
My
ahead.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Ah, jeez. All right.
How much was that gonna be?
That was going to be, what is that? Without any damage reduction, that was. Sorry, I'm trying to also maintain tabs here. There we go. 40 plus without any damage reduction would have been 55.
Jesus. Oddly enough, still up, barely.
Great.
All right. Before I even attempt something, I realize that Juggernaut is as his namesake. I do have an ability here that is leg sweep on a success. Enemy is knocked prone,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of where you want Juggernaut, like giving him an ability to move.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, though: is it even worth rolling for? Like, is his defense score so high that there's just nothing but a 616 is going to do it? Which I know is metagaming a little bit here, but like, I mean,
No, I understand where you're coming from. So
before
what
I
will
waste
tell you-
a turn, yeah.
What I'll tell you is that his Gem of Sidorak, any attack which deals less than 30 points of damage is negated. So you've got to do over 30 points of damage. It's not like it soaks up the
Yeah,
30. So if you do 31, you're only doing 1 point of damage.
right.
It's just you have to hit a threshold for it to count in the first place.
And then you account for his sturdy 4 damage reduction.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Or
he,
does
yes,
that
he has
happen
a
beforehand?
minus
There's
4
always that
damage
one.
reduction. He has a
Yeah.
healing factor. He's a hefty boy.
We're not fighting out of this. This is not
Yeah.
gonna go well.
Okay, so
He's 900
am-
pounds.
yeah, I'm instead then. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use untouchable position,
Okay.
and which basically says if I'm attacked, all other close attacks have trouble, and I'm gonna try to focus. I'm gonna try to move away from Juggernaut, whether it's through his legs or just get out of his vision, and start maybe trying to help with some of the minions here because um, I'm way outscored here. Like it's just not
Okay.
gonna happen.
All right. Great. So yes, kind of doing a disengage in a way.
Yeah.
Getting out of the way, leaving the Hulk to the guy who's used to dealing with the Hulk. You head over to the minions who, 3 of whom are like still down at like the floor seats. Jessica Jones is a few rows up. She's like in row J, and has 2 encountered with her. So you may go to either of those groups or anywhere else you would like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go towards giving Jess some help.
Cool. All right. With that, we're back to the top of the order with Cap. Cap, you've got Juggernaut right in front of you, the literal redheaded stepchild of.
Great. Marco, listen to me. We don't want to fight you. I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
I was literally about to say that. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe Manganiello.
Yeah. I appreciate your honesty, Captain. I'm still gonna crush you, and I'm gonna wrap your little tin shield around you, and they're gonna bury you like that.
We don't have to do this.
I know, and that's what makes it fun. It's a choice.
Okay. No, I'm still gonna go defensive.
Okay. Cool. So
Punching
yes,
him is going to do nothing.
fair enough. It is the goons' turns. So, the 2 melee goons are going to try pummeling Jessica, and the 3 others are going to try to rush up on Daredevil. So, let's do some rolls here. Daredevil, what is your... Let's see, I don't think either of you... Jessica has 1 damage reduction. Daredevil has 0. What is
0.
your melee defense score?
14.
Daredevil? 14.
Yeah.
Jessica, what's yours?
Mine is 13.
Cool. Okay. Let's do Jessica's rolls first. Okay, so that first one is going to hit.
Can I try and skulk behind the other one?
Yeah. So remind me what skulk does.
Let me double check. I have it pulled up. Please hold. I had it pulled up a second ago. Trigger, the character is a target of an attack and someone within their reach. The other person is not the target of the attack. I move for free behind the nearby person, and that person becomes the new target of the attack. The target number for the attack becomes the lower of my defense or the new target's defense.
It's a dirty interpose.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I will say one of them, the first one that's going to hit is the one with the bowl. Maybe the bowl with the eye holes has like spun around and just like wildly punching at like whatever shoes he can see. Yeah. So you put the other one, the one with the broken nose in the way, which will hit that individual. So that is going to be, what is that? That's 11 points. And the one that you put in the way is like barely holding on to consciousness at this point, and but is still going to try to take a swing at you. I will give them a trouble
That's
on this.
honestly fair. I would be mad at me too if that happened.
Shit, they might not hit. Let's see. No, they actually hit even better. Okay, so that is 13 points of melee damage as they do kind of like put a juggernaut backed up elbow kind of back at you.
Is that with my DR?
No, I'm so sorry. That is not with your DR. Let me redo that. That's 11. 11
Awesome,
points
thank you.
of damage. Thank you. Okay, so Daredevil, let's do some hits at you.
Yeah.
That
Why
is
not?
it. That is a... How is that a fantastic roll? That's a 4-1-6. That's not a fantastic roll, dice roller.
Yeah, as long as it's a 1.
Yeah, it's a fantastic, not
no.
like the big fantastic.
Not a fantastic success. Right.
No,
Okay.
it is a fantastic success if it
Just
also
not a 616.
succeeds.
Not a 6. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Terminology is one of those things. Okay. So, Daredevil, you are going to take me... Roll this out here. So that is 11 plus...
Not an ultimate fantastic. It's such a
You're
funny
not the
phrasing.
super duper califragilistic.
Fantastic Romax.
You're on
Exactly.
double secret probation.
And then that is... Okay. Cool. So Daredevil, with the 3 of them kind of surrounding you, and this Sidorak energy kind of channeling through, you're going to take 40 points of
right.
melee damage.
All right, so now because I withheld from doing it on the last round, can I go ahead now and use that Counter-Strike technique to deal some of that damage back?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. Does
So-
it affect all 3, or does it only affect one other?
The exact wording on it is back to attacker, so it would be to I'm guessing 1.
Okay. What I will do is I will channel back the direct damage that each of them did. So I do
Okay.
have that separated out. Is it half the damage or is it whole damage?
It is this is deal half of attacker's damage back to attacker.
Okay. So cool. That'll be and
Just gonna double check as well. See if there's anything more to it.
Okay. So yeah, you take all of that damage, and then maybe almost like winding up a spring, kind of spring all of that back at them, and this whipping attack add all 3 of them. So they all take half damage from what they dealt to you.
Okay.
That is it for their turn.
And how much did I take?
You took 40 in total.
Oh, okay.
Nightcrawler, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to try to use my grappling technique
Mm-hmm.
to basically just grab onto his back and hope that he's too muscular to actually reach back there.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right, that's a 19.
Okay. And that's agility roll that you're doing?
It's a close attack, so it's melee.
Okay. Well, a 19 does beat the defense score. So you consider yourself stuck right on there.
Okay. I also this is a move I have. So in addition to since I hit, I grab him, I also do deal damage.
Sure.
Which is does he have damage reduction or is it just the
He has damage
the
reduction of 4,
30
plus you have to beat a 30 threshold.
damage reduction of 4 and
Ah.
okay. Which one do you reduce? The Marvel die or
You
the
reduce the multiplier.
Marvel die. Or the
those
multiplier,
were
sorry.
two different answers.
Right.
Okay, so I'm only rank 4, so that goes down to 0 if I'm reducing the multiplier.
Cap.
So that's 4 damage.
Okay. All right. So you find yourself now like adhered to the wall of a back that is Kane Marco. But you don't feel like he's perhaps even noticed you, let alone taken any damage from that.
This is
That's
okay. I have a plan.
Honestly, you probably should have taken the rifle or the shotgun because it does give you a +1 multiplier to those attacks.
Well,
It's okay.
have
For
a
future
plan.
reference.
We have Spider Bite up next. You find yourself in the digital realm of the Doom tablet, and so when you're in digital form, is it just like a digital version of your material self? Is that kind of what you imagine it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So standing around with all of these like bars of code coming down, all just slightly fluctuating a little bit, you see a version of Doctor Doom, like a digital version of the Doctor Doom mask, appear, and it's kind of like something like Wizard of Oz-esque, this like big green, almost two-dimensional thing that you can see. Yeah, exactly. You wish to hack Doom products? No. This is a firewall that will most certainly burn you. How did you want to try to hack this from the inside, Spider-Bite?
Really crazy. I guess like the best way to hack it is like she would see like flying codes and numbers, and she
Yeah.
would just start grabbing the numbers and start rearranging for her own versions of codes to hack through.
Okay. Great. So this is technically like an attack as you're on the inside. So let's call this a logic attack.
Okay. I got a fantastic roll. Is a 6M4? Is that how that works?
Okay,
Fantastic.
yeah. 6M4, so the total would be yeah, that's more than what you need.
That's like 16 plus something.
Yeah,
It's 16
yeah,
plus
that's really good.
5.
Okay. So that beats the defense. Go ahead and essentially going to do logic damage. So it should have a thing at the very bottom there for your multiplier for that. So you're going to actually do double whatever you would roll. So it'd be a 6 times the multiplier plus whatever, and then double that.
And that is 22.
I'm sorry, how much?
22.
22. Okay, awesome. What I'll say is you are rearranging the code, and you can see things like start to glitch out all around you. The code, streaming down in green starts to turn those like pinks and purples and blues of a spider bite. And then you get that voice in the back of your head again. We can help. You don't have to do this alone anymore.
So everybody's like, we what? She's like, did I rearrange the code wrong and hack somewhere else?
Taylor, I will leave this up to you as to when you would like to kind of invoke. But yeah, you're kind of getting like this insistent kind of like you why do you keep us away? We can help. We can be there for you too. We know everything you know. So that's where we'll leave that for this turn. But Jessica Jones, it is your turn.
Cool. I've still got 2 friends on me, right?
Yes.
Friends I
and
use in the loosest of
three
terms.
others nearby. Yes. The
Fantastic.
loosest terms of friends.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna come back from this. I'm just gonna try again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna bang some heads again, and we're gonna see what happens.
Go for it.
I will. That is a 13.
Okay.
A 5, 2, 3
hits.
plus 3. Fucking incredible.
13 does
So we love it. So each enemy takes full damage. So we are looking at 28 damage to each of them.
Okay. That is enough to take both of them out. If you
yeah.
would like to put any extra spice into this, by all means.
Really, I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna see one of them kind of winding up to hit again. And I'm going to kind of like make like I'm going to attempt to hide behind the other one again. I'm going to use the other's momentum to just grab a cat and smack and essentially just ram the other one forward into his fist. And then through his fist, heads bonk together, down.
Okay. As they both kind of crumble and ragdoll to the ground, unconscious, Cap and Nightcrawler. Actually, Nightcrawler, you would almost feel this. You feel like this small little crackle of energy kind of channel out from Juggernaut, and Juggernaut's like winding up to take a punch at Cap and puts a big mitt to his helmet. He goes, "Ah, that was terribly unpleasant."
Oh, sorry, big guy.
And I'm gonna say like that glow, that red glow that's coming from the device, seems to dim significantly. Like the eyes are closed on the unconscious guys, but they seem to like not have the power in them anymore. It's almost like the cut, like there was a power cutoff, and Juggernaut didn't necessarily get it back. So when we come back around to what involves Juggernaut, there'll be a slight change there. Anything else for your turn, Jessica?
The only other thing for my turn is I'm going to move. What is the placement of the remaining 3?
The other 3 have basically like created a half circle around Daredevil and are just like walloping on him.
Great. Am I able to get there?
For sure, yeah. Daredevil got near you, and they got near him, so you're right up.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna go ahead and catapult my way over to back it with Daredevil.
Cool. Okay. With that, it is Juggernaut's turn. Juggernaut has Nightcrawler on his back, Captain America right in front of him. He's going to try to take another smash at Cap.
Bring it on.
Okay, that is a 20. Against your, yeah, I figured. Then okay, so +1. Okay, so that is Well, I guess I need to reduce because you have a -4. So, man, that
I'm
really
gonna
does
brace for
lower it.
impact.
Yeah. So that is 30. Be 35 damage, melee damage.
I'm gonna brace the whole thing. Six, six, one.
Okay. That is it for his turn. Daredevil, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm seeing well, I'm not seeing much other than my life flashing before my eyes at this point. Um, I think that what I may try to do here is I mean I look over at Jessica. She's taking care of things just fine. I see Kurt and Cap, and they're doing their thing. Spider's off doing her thing. I'm feeling very useless and in pain. I'm going to take my billy club and swing line up into where like the lighting grid is, just to
Okay.
get out of any sort of melee range
Yeah.
and just recover for a moment, while I come up with maybe what my next plan might be.
Cool. Okay.
I'm just picturing like Jessica swinging in, like, I got this, do your thing.
With that, since we're back to top of the order, let's go ahead and take our break right there. We'll be back in about 10 to 15. We'll start at top of the order with Cap, and see if our heroes here can take out Juggernaut and his new henchmen, the Juggy Boys. Not official, not copyright yet. Let me call Marvel and see if I can get on them into that. In the
Marvel, if you're
meantime,
listening.
we will be raising money for PCRF throughout the entirety of this game. You can donate at any time and impact our game. So, should you be willing and able, both those things important together, it's very much appreciated. It goes towards a great cause, and you can impact our game, help our players out. Yeah, take care of yourselves, do the things. We'll be back in about 10 to 15. Everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the finale of Marvel Multiverse, The Day of Doom. Excelsior and enough said, true believers and all that kind of stuff. Let's jump back into it. We were in the middle of a fight with Juggernaut and some new henchmen he has acquired and channeled some of his own power of the Gem of Sidorak into them, effectively making them little baby supervillains. And we are back to top of the order, right in Madison Square Garden. Perfect place for a fight like this. So, Cap, you have Juggernaut, who seems a little depowered, just right off the bat. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm not taking that chance yet.
Fair enough.
So I am going to do a quick battlefield assessment. I see Jessica surrounded by 3 Jugga minions.
Henchmen, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you would like to throw at them, yes. Yes, there are 3.
I'm trying to portmanteau it. It's not working.
Henchernauts, yeah, like there's something there, right? Three
No.
naughty boys, who are around Jessica. Daredevil has taken to the rafters to try to recoup a little bit, and Nightcrawler is just peeking over Juggernaut's shoulder with his slightly adhesive hands, like stuck like a bug on a windshield at this point to the back of the screen.
Swinging to him like a spider monkey.
Yes.
And Spider Bite is still in the device, and we need to give her enough time to get.
Like with the
All
device almost like in your face, you can see that the green sometimes glitches, and you see like the spider bite colors, the purples and pinks and blues.
She's in there. She's doing a thing. What we need to do is buy her time. So, Hours list. Sorry. I am going to see if I can hit more than one of these dudes at the same time.
Okay.
Because the great thing about this shield is that it, for some reason, always comes back to my hand. So I'll be ready for Juggernaut when he comes to swing. So let's do a Rico shield. which allows me to do a ranged attack on a target. If it's a success, the target takes regular damage. On a fantastic success, the target is also knocked prone, and I make an extra attack at another target. So, here's open.
Here's open.
Of course not. Never works for me. Let's see. Do I have anything extra? You know what? I'm going to spend karma because I have a lot. Especially if I have any extra on top of what you were already handing out for the past 3 episodes, but that's okay. Okay, so crit fishing. A 6 in the Marvel section, but not an M.
Okay, it's still pretty good.
So I did 19 total to hit.
Okay.
At 34 damage. Oh, damage reduction 1, so 28 damage.
Okay. And 28 damage to each one of them, right? Or is it just to one?
Oh, just the one.
Just the one. Okay.
Can't chain it.
Okay. I am going to channel that to the most injured. So there is one that just took, a vibranium adamantium shield right to the back of the neck, and like Jessica, you would have heard like a crack there as this guy is like trying to maintain standing. Very, very injured, I should say, right in front of you. And anything else for your turn, Cap?
Nope. Shield comes back.
Okay.
Kane, we don't have to do this.
Seems a bit late for that, Captain. We could have already done, and it's going pretty well for me, it seems. The goon's turn is up. They are going to take their swings at Jessica. Let's 4.
You said one of them was already significantly damaged?
Yes, one of them is significantly damaged.
Whenever someone who isn't him takes a swing, I would like to try and skulk behind that one.
You got it. Okay.
See if I can get them to finish each other off.
Only 2 are going to be able to swing. I'm going to say that he is one of them. So with the first swing, let's see. That definitely hit. So that is their sheet.
-1 DR.
Mm-hmm. What it's going to be hitting, since you are skulking, it's going to hit the other guy. Yeah, so we'll see if we can take one out, and you don't take any hits this round.
I figured I would just be like, which one hits first?
Yeah, I was gonna say he has 2 hit points, I think, regardless of what I multiply it by. It was a 4. So you watch again, one of them tries to take this swing, and the guy that just got clocked in the back of the neck by Cap's shield leans into the punch, basically just taking it full on for you, and just gets knocked out. He almost like crumbles into the guy next to him, which causes him to miss his swing. So Jessica, you do not take any damage on this. Wonderful job skulking. And Nightcrawler, we are to your turn.
All right.
And I'm sorry, I should note, as the third one goes down, again, you feel that surge of energy. Juggernaut seems to kind of like, almost like his muscles all tense at the same time, like if he had electrodes all over him. And then when they release, it's almost like he's shrunk just a little bit, maybe. Like you were on the shoulder blades, now you're on the shoulders. It seems like he's losing some energy here.
All right. So I am grabbing him. So for my movement, I am going to use teleport together to take him up just like into the crossbars of the Madison Square Garden's like Jumbotron thing.
Okay.
Just like inside in between those screens up there.
I should ask, does your teleport together have a size requirement to it?
No, actually.
Okay.
It's just that if they don't wish to be teleported, I have to be grabbing them.
Okay.
But as long as they are a person, it doesn't seem to. There is a size requirement on objects, but I believe that is still 4 times larger than me.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it sounds like absolutely you teleport up into the rafters. What would you like to? Are you dropping Kane Marco from there.
Basically just sort of stranding him in those like beams just like hanging there.
Okay, all right.
And then I do want to try to because that was my movement. I
Mm-hmm.
do want to try and teleport object by grabbing his thing and teleporting back down.
The Doom device or his helmet?
Let's go with the Doom device. That seems
Okay.
like it goes more toward our goal.
Okay. Um, yes, go ahead. Let's see. So he is dangling there. I am going to give you an edge on grabbing this off of him, since he's going to have to kind of maneuver to stop you. He does look over at Daredevil, who's also in the rafters, and just kind of like points as he's kind of dangling there like a cat telling you to hang in there, and he just goes, "You, damn it!"
Who? Me? Me? I didn't do shit.
So yeah, go ahead, Nightcrawler. What is your melee for that?
Okay, melee.
Yeah.
All right. You said I had an edge.
Yes.
Okay, that is 19.
19 will do it. Okay. So you grab onto the device and bamf, and you leave a little bit of the sulfur smell behind, a little bit of that brimstone as you teleport back down to the floor.
Got the thing. Let's get out of here.
With that, it is Spider Bite. It is your turn. So, you still find yourself inside the device, kind of restructuring a lot of the code. Turning that Letvarian green into the neon purples, pinks, and blues. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so at this time, I had to step away for 2 seconds. Did the device already fall out? Is the device still attached?
So yeah, you wouldn't necessarily fully be aware because you're inside the device, but the device is no longer connected to. It's no longer like strapped to Juggernaut's body.
Okay. I think
The nice thing about being digital is you don't feel jostled when the device gets all moved around.
Cool. So so Spider-Man is still gonna continue to hack to get like the firewall down, if that
Okay.
is possible.
Yeah, go for it.
And that would just be logic, right?
Yes, this will be a logic roll. Be a logic attack.
And that is 16, 21.
Incredible. Okay. Yeah, so you are kind of carving through the code here, almost like swinging, pulling together different bits of code, rewriting structures, rewriting commands. What is the damage that you did for that?
That it is. Roll it. All right, 16.
Okay. You are nearly through the firewall at this point. You have nearly kind of like cracked it. Hacker voice. I'm in. That's like you're right there. You get that voice one last time in the back of your head. You can only do so much on your own. What you need is me. You need a virus.
It was like Spider-Man's like a virus. It was very confusing with that. I try to figure out what it is. But I feel like she would be almost close to a trance-like stage and allowing the virus to take over.
Okay. So as that voice kind of takes over, your eyes close for just a second. In digital realm, maybe that doesn't necessarily mean the same thing, but you sometimes just get in this autopilot when you're restructuring code because it's so much just like like building blocks to you. You know, it's like somebody putting a puzzle together where they just zone out and it comes so innately. Um, I will let you describe what you look like and what that kind of channels through. Um, are your colors going to change at all? Otherwise, is it still going to maintain the pinks and blues and purples?
No, I think the colors will start turning into more darker shades. Like still out there, like a little bright, but like probably towards like more blacks and blues and silvers.
If
Sort
you've
of.
never seen black neon, it's super cool. It's almost like white where the black is the light itself. And where your hands that are maybe slowly becoming claws for just a second that turn back into hands, the code kind of takes on that shade, the muted tones of those neons, and you start to see and feel the code starts to get sick. You're not just restructuring it, you're killing it. You're destroying parts of it. You're no longer using it like building blocks. You're infecting it. You are changing it to what you want. You're manifesting your will upon it. No longer are these just, Legos. You have melted them down into what you want. And as the Doom mask glitching out for the last time, what is this? It, you, you cannot. You have not heard the last of Doom. Is you, you are a virus. And the mask just kind of clicks off, and everything just shuts down for just a second, and then powers back up, and you are fully in control of this device. It is you. You are part of this device, and you are not alone. So, with that, let's go to next turn here, as you all can see that the Nightcrawler, especially holding the device, like it reboots for a second, and when it boots back up, all of that text has changed in color, and you see the spider bite symbol kind of like different, but still the spider bite symbol, just kind of like swirling a little bit like a loading logo. So with that, it is Juggernaut's turn. Juggernaut is looking from Daredevil's point of view pretty rough, and kind of up in the rafters. He is going to look down, try to look down with his helmet, and he is going to release himself from the rafters, and he is going to do a ground shaking stomp. So as he launches himself from the rafters, I'm going to see what kind of range he's got on this.
Hot.
Ground shaking stomp. Standard duration. Okay, so it's just his reach and... Where's your reach, bud? Okay, I'm going to say he's just going to target Kurt with this, because Kurt kind of left him up there, and I think Cap's probably a little far out from what I'm thinking. So, Kurt, as you have teleported back, like, I have the thing, Juggernaut is going to basically try to use himself as a, like, just wrecking ball to come slamming down from the rafters. So, ground shaking stomp. This is going to be against your agility defense. So, where's my dice roller? There we go. Okay, so that is a 22 against your agility defense.
22.
That hits 22. I'm pretty sure that hits Nightcrawler.
Yeah, I'm gonna use. Wait, I haven't used a reaction this turn. I am going to block 15 feet in the air again.
Okay. Does Blink negate all damage on you?
It would mean that the
If you
attack
can move yourself out of range.
misses if I can move it out of range. I'm assuming that the range is contact with the ground. If that's not it, then I still get hit. And it
I would
just has
imagine that
trouble.
makes sense. So, in that case, then, I wish I knew.
My only weakness is having two people attack me in one turn.
Fair enough. Yes, that is a bad weakness to have. I have that same one. Um, where would it tell me reach on a character sheet?
If he's big, it's 2 spaces.
Okay, he is. I know I saw it before. I know he's 2 size categories, but yeah, I think he does classify as big. Yeah, reach 2. Okay, there we go. It's in his traits. Um, I still don't think that would reach anybody. No, I can't imagine that it would. I think everybody's kind of spaced out enough. So, Kurt, you would watch as like a crater is left in the floorboards of the basketball court, um, as Juggernaut lands like a meteor, but you teleport up into the air to negate damage on that. Very well done. We are to let's see. That was Juggernaut. Daredevil, you were up in the rafters. What would you like to do?
Wow. What
That's
wouldn't I
bleed.
like to do? Yeah, right now I'm gonna bleed a little more, if that's okay.
Yeah, there's always
Um,
free action. Yeah.
yeah, free action to bleed. It's why we wear the red suit.
Bleeding
That's
and
right.
crying are free actions.
I'm doing a little of both right now. And a secret third thing. All right.
Bleeding and
Look.
crying is what we call the Cyclops special.
I mean, you just broke
It's
me.
just
I just
it's
blew.
my dig at Scott Summers.
You
He's
just
trash.
blue screened me so
Yeah.
bad. All right. All right. So, my brain is recapping here just for a second. Like, Spider Bite, she's doing some cool shit. Uh, uh, Kurt he's blinking all over the place, and he was going toe to toe with Juggernaut. Cap was going toe to toe with Juggernaut. Jessica Jones is just clearing house of bad guys who are basically playing a game of why you hitting yourself, and I'm bleeding profusely. All right, so here's what I would like to do. Juggernaut is ostensibly below me now. Um,
Yes.
I'm still kind of up in that area of like where the lighting grid is, and I guess that would be what the jumbotrons and stuff are. Um, is there a world where I can use my billy club to try to bring that jumbotron, hold center console down on Juggernaut?
Yeah, this place has taken a lot of damage already. Juggernaut just kind of ripped his way out of the rafters. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. I would say you get a high enough roll on this, you could absolutely bring the jumbotron down atop. I will say, unfortunately, also Nightcrawler, who did teleport up into the air.
God damn it, Kurt.
Oh no, my own petard.
Yeah. Um, I feel like this is still easier for you to get out of the way of than Juggernaut. I'm a risk it, as they say. Risk it
Okay.
for the biscuit. All right. Yeah. Okay, hold on. That's not. There we go. One, two. It's not bad. Uh, would this be just a? This is a melee since
Yes.
I'm
Well,
basically attacking the
you
structure.
are throwing. This could be agility. I'm gonna say it could be either. I will leave that up to you.
All right. So that is going to be. I'm gonna. I am gonna go with melee because that's 20. Here's what I'm thinking is I'm going to use the billy club to wrap it around the
Hmm.
thing, and I'm gonna just kind of like try to tighten it and force it down.
Okay. And it was a 20.
20.
Okay. Um, I think a 20 is probably enough to pull this thing down.
Cool.
So as you do, the last of the wiring kind of separates the steel, kind of holding it together, that's been bent and dented by being used for target practice and everything else, begins to creak, this heavy moaning creak that comes from the ceiling structure itself. And Juggernaut and Kurt, I have to imagine, would both look up as the jumbotron begins to shift slightly, and then again, like a similar meteor to the Juggernaut himself, comes crashing down. Aaron, do you have any reactions for Kurt?
I
I guess
used my
you kind of
reaction.
use the one. Okay.
That's
Um,
all I got.
okay. So they have a thing for attacking objects and plowing through objects. I'm trying to think of. So this would be an improvised weapon, kind of. Let's see. Okay. Let's.
I would like to use my hurled shield. Something. What is it? Block.
Okay.
Because it is against agility attacks,
Right.
and I would like to essentially interpose between myself, between Kurt and the large jumbotron that's coming out and hitting him.
Absolutely. I love that. Let's see. Okay, so
I have a lot of reactions.
Targets. I don't need multiple targets. Let's see, this is about the size of I guess it'd be between truck and airliner. Yeah, this would be huge. So damage multiplier of +2. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna roll for the. We'll roll for the jumbotron, and we'll use a multiplier from there. So that is a 4 on the die. That is definitely going to hit everybody. And then we'll say 4, so 8. Okay. I'm going to say that this is probably 40 points of damage. So Cap, you would take, as you're interposing here.
Oh no,
and
just
you're
the shield.
reducing-
I give Kurt essentially shield damage reduction 4.
Right, because you're throwing the shield, you're not jumping
Throwing
in
the shield.
yourself. So in that case, Kurt, it's just 12 points of damage, as the shield absorbs most of
Thank
that.
God, because that was gonna take me down.
Juggernaut, however, will take the entirety of the 40, as that does beat his damage threshold. And here's the other thing. Actually, he's going to take
A lot less.
48 points of damage, as you currently have the device, which is leaving him with. I don't know if let's say this. So he actually has negative damage reduction, in the sense that like all damage reduction is a negative. You have sapped the thing that is taking all the Gem of Sidorak stuff off of him, that's channeling it outwards. So he actually doesn't have any of the defense that the Gem of Sidorak would typically give him when it comes to attacks against him. He's still just technically as strong, he's just not as unstoppable. So if you were to attack him at this point, which I will give you guys this, it's actually something where you would add an extra multiplier to your rolls. So he is especially vulnerable at this point. So
Hooray!
good on you, Kurt. Good on you, Daredevil. Anything else for your turn, Daredevil?
I mean, there's. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Okay. We did get a donation. Thank you so much. We got a $20 donation. I'm trying to remember $20
Awesome.
is an
20
auto fantastic success.
Auto fantastic success. Yeah.
Yes. So that'll be out there for any of you to use. We'll keep that just in a pool. Okay. We're back to top of the order with Cap.
All right. So what do I see? I see Juggernaut take actual damage.
Yes, so you have essentially watched this the Jumbotron land on top of the Juggernaut, and he is now like struggling. Like you can see that there are cuts and the beginnings of bruises all over his arms, which is the most exposed part of his body, as he is like getting out of the wreckage but struggling to do so. Kurt, basically, like the shield went right over top, and still got a little bit of wreckage, but is kind of landing just beyond all the sharp bits of rebar with the device.
And it comes back to me.
And the shield does return to you as Jack Kirby, or I guess Stan Lee, intentionally wrote that there are magnets in Cap's gloves at one point. I think it was the same one that gave Iron Man roller skates in his suit. So
Probably.
that's equally legit.
Shenaniganery.
Yes, but you do still have 2 hench people that are looking. I mean, they've taken damage, and they're both still around Jessica, who also has knocked one out. So Juggernaut's taking damage. Hench people have taken damage.
All right. Then I would like to maybe. You brought this on yourself, Marco, and run in, and I guess I'll shield bash him.
Okay. So again, he has
Double check.
negative damage reduction, so you will actually add a dice multiplier to your attack.
Cool. I'm fine with that. And it's a
Almost like
melee
it's a
attack, so
super
that's a
flu.
higher number. I really want to use that auto success. That Marvel success. I really
I mean,
wanna use
if you want to go for it, I'm inclined to say save it for Doom himself. But who am I to say no?
Are you by the way, are you with this shield bash, are you doing it maybe with the intention of popping that helmet off, or trying to get under the lip?
He looks like he's getting hurt, so I'm gonna follow up with that as to try to do as much damage as I possibly can.
Why not?
And with a Marvel success, that would be a tremendous amount. At this point. I don't know. If I can use it, I just want to make sure everybody's okay with my using it right away. Because if I add an extra multiplier, that is Marvel, which is 6 damage times 7. 42 times 2 is 84 points of damage. No, sorry, 84 plus 6, 90.
Just a little bit.
Okay, we got a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Okay.
Thumbs up.
All right.
Thumbs up.
Okay. There's also a floating edge as well.
Ooh,
thank you
don't
again
need that.
to who donated that. Unfortunately, I don't have the same access my normal producer does, but thank you. I can at least see when donations are made, so it's very much appreciated.
Sweet. So he's struggling up. He's groggy. You brought this on yourself, and kind of do this combination, I guess, running in with the shield and wedge it in, and sort of just punch it off, sort of thing. So basically, just drive as much force as I can into him.
Yeah. So we're doing 90 points of damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the way I was kind of mathing this out
Sure.
is Juggernaut typically has a ridiculous amount of hit points. He normally has 210. The way I was thinking is I was reducing his hit points based on the number of hench people who went down, who were also reducing his damage reduction. And there were 5 hench people. He has a -4 damage reduction, essentially getting to the point where if he took all of them out or removed the device, he would almost have a positive damage reduction, right? So you have weakened him enough to where I essentially was going to give him just like 100 hit points. 90's pretty darn close on a fantastic success. So if you would like to can opener Juggernaut, following through with that shield into like his temple, taking him out, that's pretty cool. I like that. You may absolutely take out Juggernaut in this attack if you would like.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to prolong this.
Okay. You want to give him one
Tell
more
him how you
turn?
did it, Cap.
Sure?
I don't even. I mean,
Just
as
because
a-
you
as a
can do
fellow
this all
narrator-
day doesn't mean you should.
as a fellow narrator, I want to give him another turn, but we still have Doom to take on.
It's true.
It's, again said, so yeah.
So yes, Cap finding like that little point in his helmet that like it's got the bolts on one side, it's got the bolts on the other, but there's just that little lip right there. The shield perfect for it. It's like popping the tab of an old can of soda. just comes right up. The bolts all go flying, and the shield just follows right through into his chin. And you can watch as like his like if you could see through, if you had see through vision, I feel like Daredevil can maybe hear his brain sloshing and hitting against his skull to give him a concussion, as the redheaded, big jawed face of Kane Marco gets just knocked clean out. And you watch also as the two goons, the two hench people, equally as the power that was channeling from the Gym of Cedorak that is now essentially unconscious, that is no longer charging through. They equally are uncharged. Their power is removed, and now they're just guys in bowl helmets that are kind of looking at Jessica Jones with a lot of regret. So, wonderful turn, Cap. It is the goons' turns, who are both going to look at Jessica and go, "Hey, Miss Jones, I'm."
Graham.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good word. We are going to do just that. And they kind of look to each other, and they Three Stooges run away.
Talking to each other first.
Yeah, they're just like, you're getting out there. They go running for whatever exit they can find. Their shoes squeaking on the floorboards, and you will find yourselves out of combat. Very well done. Wonderful job taking out the Juggernaut there. What would you all like to do now?
I'm going to lower myself from the rafters, and I'm going to look at the body of Juggernaut, and I'm just going to, how do you like me now? One of those, just, yeah.
I'm just going to reach into a pocket, pull out one of those tiny water bottles and hand it to you.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take that. That's, just...
Yeah, a little bit of your own blood just splatters onto Juggernaut real quick.
Yeah. I missed a spot. Yeah. I'm...
So we're stopping by your place, right? So you can patch up.
Yeah. Hope you don't mind the mess.
Step on the shield, like in the elevator scene. Comes up.
Yep.
Grab it into the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Turn around. Now, where's Spider-Bite?
Right in here. I don't know how to tell her that it's over, actually. Hello? Computer?
Shaking the phone. Speaking into it. Hello?
Computer?
Oh.
What Spider
Maybe she can see us. There's got to be some kind of camera on this thing, right?
What happens if I just press the touchpad?
Random buttons.
Yeah, I mean, as you do Spider-Man, you would see new lines of code start to come down as you're within the devices being activated.
So Spider-Man just be confused of all the code that it seems oh my god, Juggernaut is still going at it, and just start rearranging
Fingers
codes
are too big.
again.
You are in full control of the device right now. It just seems like somebody is going through the same word trees and everything like that, all of the command code that just to try to activate it. However, Kurt, you've used one of these before. None of the codes are the same.
Put it on parade mode.
Yeah, that doesn't
Right.
exist anymore. Missile command, everything that was programmed in by Doom is no longer there. It's like the device has been wiped, and now there's that spider symbol, the spider bite symbol is just kind of spinning on it, like a loading screen. But otherwise, I mean, Spider Bite essentially, she gave this thing a virus. She deleted everything out of it. She reset the device so that she was in full control over it.
It's still going to be able to interface with the stuff, right?
As far as you're aware, yes. It's not that it's been undoomed. It's just that
It's
Doom
jailbroken.
was in charge. Yeah, it's jailbroken.
Been defanged a little bit.
Yeah, well, I don't know about fewer fangs. but Spider-Bite is now fully in charge of this particular device, and perhaps whatever you plug it into.
All right.
All right.
Spider-Man would just type on the screen, hello.
Hell,
Hello, world.
Hello, world. This
you
is
doing,
Spider-Bite.
Do you want to play a game?
Glitches, virus, nothing.
Can I type, like, can I bring up a keyboard and just, like, type into Doom S DOS or whatever?
Yeah, you can pull up a little keyboard. You know, it's set to like Latvian Cyrillic, and you can reset the language real quick to English. Yeah,
German.
or German. Yeah, if you want the
Yeah.
STET, you can reset it to German.
And yeah, Nightcrawler is just going to try and type in, like, the defeated Juggernaut. How is it going in there?
Is that everything looks weird?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much everything looks weird in here.
Weird how?
I think I gave it a virus.
When you type I, it resets to like autocorrects to we.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Okay, walk and type, walk and type.
All right. Do you think she gave it a virus, or they gave it a virus? It is plural for some reason.
Is it she, they now? Is that what this is?
Well, she didn't use they, she used we.
Oh.
Yeah, we. Let's go all the way home. Let's.
Yeah, how about we go home?
He's gonna wake up, and it's not gonna be fun for any of us.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Right.
So, okay. You, pointing at Daredevil, you need to sit down for a few minutes. Probably at home. So.
Who said that?
How about this? We drive to your place, we sit down for a few minutes, and then we go and finish these towers and deal with Doom.
Sounds like a plan. I'm driving. You're driving.
You're not driving.
I'm not driving.
For
You
the sake of time, we'll,
cannot be legally allowed to drive. You are blind.
Type and talk. Type and walk.
Ableist.
Yeah, weirdly enough, there's no laws against that in Latveria, and you are on Latvian soil, so you know,
Here we go.
it's the freest place in the world. You all, for the sake of time, we're gonna fast forward a little bit through this. But you
Okay.
find yourselves at Daredevil's either offices or hideout, or gym. Where is Daredevil hiding out?
Oh, actually, I think the gym, you know, that closed up gym that is you know,
Yeah.
that's his. I think that'd be a really good place. I'd probably definitely have a spare costume hanging out. I
All
could
the
wrap
bandages
myself
and
up.
stuff
The
there.
bandages,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, rewrap my hands.
So you find yourselves at the gym, recovering. You know, maybe Daredevil has some Slim Jims and fruit snacks.
Yeah.
You know, you recover whatever karma you would like to recover there. You can get, we'll say 2 edge on that, since you're at a safe house, essentially, that has, you know, all the stuff that you would need to recover focus and or health.
Remind me again how that roll works.
That's good.
If you wouldn't mind, I apologize.
No, you're fine. That's not something that I'm fluent on either. So let's see. That's combat. Let's do attack rolls.
I think that was in the errata
By
too.
all means.
Oh, did they update that?
I
Possibly.
think so.
Oh, that's good.
And it's basically you make a roll, a resilience check,
Resilience.
and then you take
check.
the Marvel die, multiply it by your rank, and
Cool.
you get that many hit points back.
Gotcha.
And a vigilance check for regaining focus.
Thank you. So you have
Can I make one of each?
yes. You have 2 edges. You can use both for one for either. Yes. So if you want to reroll your Marvel die to make whatever that is a little bit nicer. Okay. Once you all have kind of healed up a little bit, and it is getting to be nighttime in New York, the sun is setting, and you can just see beyond the pale green dome that the stars are starting to come out. Almost seems like it's starting to rain outside as well, as you can hear this like light energy kind of drumming noise all coming from the rain sizzling off of the plasma barrier outside. You all, would you like to go to, I should say, checking the device? You and Spider-Bite would know this being inside the device. Doom still seems to be located at the United Nations. Otherwise, you do have the two other towers that are still active at the northern corners of Central Park.
Is there any would there be any value to turning on the TV in the gym and just changing it quickly over to like C-SPAN or something to see if there's anything going on at the United Nations, any announcements, any televised kind of BS or whatever with, going on with Doom, mostly to verify he's there.
Yes, I really like that. Because this is kind of the first time we've had like a television around. Absolutely. Okay. Yes, you turn on the TV, and it's not just C-SPAN, it's every channel. It's every channel shows Doom sitting on a Latverian throne at the head of the United Nations, with every other country's flags kind of laid out like ornately at his feet. Like if he were to walk down from this throne, he would be walking atop all of the other nations. The Latvian banner hangs from every wall. It hangs from every seat. It is otherwise, from what you can tell, like looking as the camera changes, and you get the wide shot. There seems to be nobody else. There's no other people in the United Nations right now. It closes up on Doom with steepled fingers and the metal face, the heavy hood. And he's wearing like a coat of ermine over the green cloak and the metal gloves. On either side of him, you can see that he seems to have bodyguards, maybe, who Daredevil wouldn't be able to see. But the rest of you would.
I was just gonna say, narrators are like the perfect like audio description things for television, which I would have on. Yeah.
But you all would see that to the left of Doom is Bullseye. To the right of Doom is Taskmaster.
Nice.
And otherwise, the channel is just it's kind of he's not talking. There's nobody talking. It just keeps cutting from camera to camera, showing different angles of Doom and the United Nations, and then scrolling across the bottom of the screen are laws, Latverian laws. And so you're seeing, it is illegal to challenge the right and will of Victor von Doom, supreme and righteous leader of Latveria. This section of the formerly United States has been legally, under the several conventions of the world, been annexed to Latveria. As Latverian citizens, you are entitled to the following rights. The language of Latveria is Latverian. Latverian classes will be it's giving like numbers you can call. It's giving like instructions on where to go. Like this is just like if you turn on the TV, you're going to see Doom and you're going to see Doom's decrees. And it's kind of all laid out just like this green scroll across the bottom of the screen as it keeps cutting to different angles of Victor von Doom.
He certainly is he's definitely got that minor in law going on, along with whatever classes he took with Reed back in college. So Taskmaster and Bullseye. Anyone else feel like getting more beat up today?
Sounds good to me.
At what point do we just get Kurt to port us out of here and we're just done? Let him have Manhattan right? Are we done now?
No,
No? Okay. I thought I was the only one for a second.
no. We work here. I am not setting up another office in New Jersey. Absolutely not.
You think
Also,
you could...
I hate to say it, but I cannot port everyone out of here.
I assumed we were leaving Cap. He wouldn't go.
You know, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
All
face
right.
it, neither would you.
That's true. All right, let's go kick Doom's ass. What's one more? What's one more group of bad guys?
All right, everybody in the Odyssey.
Everyone in the Odyssey.
Question I kept asking myself when I was writing this.
Let's-
Okay.
Do we want to turn off the shields first?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
we'll stop by
get
Central Park. We'll stop by
Anyone
Central
to
Park.
help with kicking Doom's ass?
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll stop by Central Park.
Since we have kind of done this before, I imagine the tactics are going to be very similar. We're going to fast forward through this a little bit here. So you get to the first tower stealthily, and seeing that Doombots are now kind of like patrolling in the streets. It's nighttime. The green glow is easy enough to avoid from all of the Doombot scans. Nightcrawler and Spider-Bite, you deactivate the third of 4 towers and watches like the energy just like, you know, again accelerates and then shuts down. And again, like the shield for just a second flickers off, shoots back on. You get to the last one. This is Spider-Bite, you're still in the device at this point. So would you like to come out of the device before it goes in, or are you going to try to manipulate stuff from the inside even further?
I think it's time for Spider-Man to come out.
Okay. If you would like to describe what you look like now, by all means. I've been eager to hear what your thoughts are.
Yeah, so when she comes out, like the normal like pinks and blues and purples and stuff digitalizing to like form her back up, like won't be those colors, it'd be the black, blues and silvers and stuff like that, as she comes out very glitchy like as she stands before the crew. Helmet, eyes solid black and stuff, and she just looks at herself and just like I don't know what happened.
You seem different. Are you okay?
You got a little something on your everything.
I know, and I don't know. I heard a voice in there. I thought it was Doom, and it's not Doom. Then a virus came, and now I'm here.
Yeah, every time you say "I," it comes out as "we."
I need to use my sense of smell because I can't see this wonderful new costume, but I am going to try to smell it and see if there's a.
Does it smell like symbiote?
Yeah,
Does it sound like symbiote?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I have to imagine it smells like when you can smell like wires overheating.
Yeah.
Right?
Ew.
Like when something's been plugged in just a little too long, it's like that kind of like cooking plastic smell. That with like a little bit of petrichor. I think Daredevil's, well, I think fucking everybody's encountered a symbiote by this point. They just love them at this point. But yeah, I think this looks like a symbiote. This smells like a symbiote. It's walking and talking like a duck. This is, yeah, this is absolutely a symbiote, but digitized.
Yeah, I've definitely fought a symbiote with Spider-Man before, whether it's Venom or Carnage. Definitely,
I think
especially
Daredevil's
Carnage.
been a symbiote before. I think everybody has.
I think
been,
you
because
might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was Venom World at one point. Yeah.
There was Venom World. There was Symbiote City when all of New York was
Yep.
taken over by symbiote. Like, yeah,
Maximum
everybody's
Car-
gotten a run
In
on
black.
the symbiote
The
train.
other time that
The other time, yeah. Spider, you feeling good? Not too aggressive. Not too.
I don't think then it says we, like her digitalized
Yeah.
virus would like feel feel anything. I don't know.
Yeah, if anything,
Who
you
is
probably feel
we?
great.
It's like I feel just a lot of energy, but I feel like a hyper dog right now, but I don't know.
All right.
Who is we?
I wish I knew.
I wish
Just-
we knew.
I wish we knew.
Spider-Man, I'm gonna say that you say that, but then there's a point, not to like take over your character or anything, but it's a symbiote. I kind of am. You say that, but then it's like a synthesized version of your voice comes out, like almost like an AI version of your voice that says, "Wait, we're virus."
Okay.
I guess we're a virus.
Will this help or hurt our upcoming encounter? Because if it will help, we'll worry about it later. If it will hurt, we have to worry about it now.
Is
So
it
is
a
this
spider?
always a waiting problem.
I just need to know if it's spider virus. Is virus bite? Is it spider bite virus? Is virus?
It's like Spider-Man's just like, are you guys trying to come up with a ship name or something?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Virus works for Mojo, I think.
What I pitched
Yeah,
to Taylor
spiral,
was
yeah.
virus with a Y,
Y.
VYRUS.
Yeah. And I was gonna pitch the same thing.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, say Brent.
Ah,
Because
that's
that
some
feels
Elon
very
shit.
Venom plus Spider Bite with a Y. Like, yeah.
It's like the whole thing. So I
Spider
guess like,
virus.
the AI bot was that we are virus, VYRUS.
All right.
Will this
Okay.
affect your technology in your plane?
Like you can still hack and shit, right?
I can do more than that. That would be virus talking.
Yeah. All right.
We can.
I
Will
like
this
this.
endanger your world?
What was that question?
Will this endanger your world?
It's like Spider Bite would be like, I don't know. It's like virus would be, we are here to help the world.
That's what the last one
everyone
said.
who says
That's
that,
never good.
Everyone who says that is usually full of shit. But you know what? Let's deal with this world first, and then we can deal with that.
I mean, it's not like we can stop her leaving.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
For now, Doom now before Doom later.
Yeah. Spider Man's like, yeah, I did hack a whole system and wiped it clean. So we'll see this as a perk for now.
All right.
Terrifying. Let's do it.
Okay. How would you all like to? Are we driving the van to get to
Oh,
the United
oh,
Nations?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're taking the van right to the front door.
This
Pulling
van,
up in the
this
Honda
van has
Odyssey.
been through us through some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna roll
I-
up on this like the Ghostbusters rolling up to like the building in the first thing, like right in the
Jessica
front.
Jones and her mom car are coming up.
Spider Man's just glitching in the sky. Like you
God
see her
help us
1
all.
second disappeared in front of you for a moment.
Great. So I did let my players know this. This episode's probably going to go a little bit long, just so we resolve everything here. If you all need a break at any point, please shout out. I don't expect this to go too very long. Okay. So again, navigating through the streets now at nighttime. Doombot patrols. I guess we need to resolve one thing. So you do put the last tablet in the tower. Yes. Now that Spider Bite is out.
What was that?
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
As you do, that last tower flickers, shuts down, and you watch the bubble dissipate. And for the first time in a long time, you're seeing the night sky for just a moment until you hear this surge of energy, almost from like all around you, and the bubble appears one last time. And as it does, almost like a massive mega, screen itself. I was gonna say Megatron, but that's a Transformer. You see the image of Doom kind of like laid out atop the entire city. All of these repeating versions of the masked face, much like you were seeing on the television. Those steepled fingers.
Did we do it?
It has come to my attention, citizens of Latveria, that there are several interlopers who would seek to undo my goodwill on you people. Bring these terrorists to justice here at the United Nations, my new seat of power, and I will reward you greatly. Should those of you who are the interlopers themselves, these bad actors within my borders, come to me. Hide not in the shadows, but come face doom for yourselves. Let us end this.
Do we get the reward?
There's no
This is
response.
probably a recording.
You're not loud enough. He's up there in the sky. Yeah. But it shut the image shuts off, and you again have that green haze.
So it didn't work.
I guess not.
Hey Jarvis, I'm gonna go back to Jarvis again. Can we get a read? Can we get a read on this shield? Are we did we have any effect on anything?
It seems as if you were able to shut down the primary generators. However, there was a separate generator that is located at the United Nations itself, a backup that my scans did not originally detect. It is weak and likely is connected to something on Doom's person himself. Unfortunately, I'm terribly sorry that I did not detect this earlier.
Yeah.
But resolve this final conflict and, well, we'll see what happens from there.
I'm gonna have to remind Tony to make a few updates when I see him next. Thank you, Jarvis.
Did you want any of those supply packs?
And you drop
Jester.
one directly on Doom.
I can, however, I'm not sure how into s'mores he is. They are one of Mr. Stark's private supply packs.
So
No
booze.
meant
Somewhere.
just hit him with the box, but yeah.
Well, alcohol was in the previous supply packs. Those are special.
Right. No, Jess, you want a supply pack? Cat?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, launch it, catapult it on over there, Jarvis.
And you would see like a rocket kind of shoots out from Avengers Tower, trajectory located, directed towards you all. And if you ever watched Helldivers, where you get like your supply beacon comes down, lands in the ground, you all can regain all health and focus from this. This was your one supply pack. So if you would like to regain from that, you absolutely may.
Okay.
That's all the help you're getting for Jarvis. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh no.
It's
I'm an actual
getting
British
dark.
person. I'm not just a computer in this version. Just like the original Jarvis.
All right. Well, it's not IHOP, but they got flags. Let's go.
It's IHOD, International House of Doom.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Oh no.
Speeding through the city streets towards the United Nations, you find yourselves in a rather short period of time navigating in between Doombots and kind of taking side streets that aren't on fire and everything else. Like, there seems to be a level of control that's coming back to the city as far as like citizenry that are actively protesting against Doom, and Doombots that are kind of focusing on that. Like, people are coming out of their houses now that like a lot of the supervillains seem to have been dealt with. A lot of the convicts have been rounded up by the police that are still out in the streets. Like, you're taking the city back slowly, and there's less fear in the streets now that beings like the Juggernaut aren't slamming through buildings, and Titanium and Absorbing Man aren't ruining everybody's lives with their love life, and like you're resolving a lot of the main issues. So when you find the massive building, the tall kind of monolithic black building of the United Nations looming over right near the water line, you can see the edge of the energy shield kind of sizzling in the river. how would you like to proceed?
Cap,
The-
Jess, Kurt.
The UN
Spidey?
has those stairs that go up the front, so I don't think we can drive the van into Doom.
You said there's protesters?
Sorry, I was typing. There are protesters on several of the streets. There are protesters who are starting to gather in front of the UN, as well as Doom has kind of made it known that that's where he's hanging out. So you can see that there are people in the streets that are not peacefully protesting, I should note. There are some Molotov cocktails that are being flung at Doombots. Doombots are also aggressing back towards the population as well. But there's also like all of the Doombots that otherwise would be defending the main doors seem to be distracted by a growing force of, you see police officers, National Guard, you see there's also just average citizens who are, you know, kind of pushing back against the barricades and the Doombots themselves. And the Doombots seem to not be lethally subduing this protest. There seems to be a level of restraint and only, you know, knocking some people out, like restraint in a Latvian level. Like, you know, this is still a war crime for sure, but they're not using their repulsor rays and everything.
So we ride up, or we drive up, and Cap will stand, basically, heroic pose, with a lot less green light shining on him now. Is there anyone trying to get to the doors?
They're trying, yeah.
Okay.
But again, like, it's kind of 100 feet in front of the doors is a line of Doombots, and then a bunch of protesters trying to push past them.
Going to hurl the shield. I'm gonna yell, "You think you can cage a city, Doom? New York doesn't bow to tyrants." And chuck the shield to the point where it knocks both doors open.
Okay. Yeah. I
I
don't
then have
think
it
there's
ricochet
any way
back
you-
and hit one of the Doombots.
Okay, let's do a roll for that then.
Where am I? And just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to use a karma.
Yep.
And that is a Marvel success. I have a
Okay.
15 total.
Okay. In that case, I have something in mind as well. What does the Marvel success look like to you?
That allows it to bounce back and hit the Doombot.
Okay, so you did get the Doombot. Great.
Yeah.
So taking a Doombot out, just like the shield slices through one of the Doombot heads. And as it does, and the shield kind of returns to your hand, and you give this very Captain America moment of, like, you know, encouraging the people. They begin to swarm forward. This weak point in the chain, the phalanx of Doombots begins to get kind of swarmed over, and the barricades are knocked over. People are like swarming at the Doombots. They're pulling them apart, and you kind of get like this tidal wave of citizenry. You essentially could march right into the UN at this point with all the Doombots taken out. But I leave it to all of you. What would you like to do?
This is New York. You come at one of us, you come at all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best line of
I
the
don't know,
movie.
I feel like walking in seems like a pretty solid plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows we're coming anyway.
Okay. You walk into the United Nations. That I'm going to Google image so that I know what kind of. Hey, it's really nice to have battle maps that are kind of based on real places. Okay. So you go walking into the green carpeted room of the United Nations, that the symbol of the world with the wreath around it, covered now by a Latvian banner with kind of the metallic face of Doom superimposed on this green and black and red, this olive green. All of the screens are showing images of Doom, all of the seats otherwise emptied, all of the flags kind of laid out and draped over the throne of Doom, as if he is a throne of nations. And even as you were walking in, you might have noted that like all of the flagpoles are all flying the flag of Latveria. And as you walk in, you can see Bullseye and Taskmaster both reach for their weapons, and you hear Doom still, he leans forward over his steepled fingers. Ah, I should have known it was going to be you, Captain. You've always been a perpetual thorn in my side. But these are not your usual companions. A strange array of friends indeed. Well, you should all consider it an honor that you will die on Latverian soil. I will make sure that you receive burials proper of terrorists of my country. Are we rolling for initiative, or did any one of you want to mouth off first?
You've walled us in, Doom. You only made yourself a target.
I think the answer is you don't want New York soil. It's full of rat shit.
You could have gotten Staten Island way cheaper.
You got stopped in my earth. You were stopped in my earth. You'd be stopped in this earth.
To do this a first step to a much larger annexation.
We're good.
Let's cut it off here then.
You know what I don't appreciate, Taskmaster? Your initiative.
Hey, man. I mean, you gotta respect the aesthetic at least, right? The hood and the cloak and
Thing and the shield. He's got a shield.
pays well. Did you learn to fight any better, or am I gonna whoop your ass?
Always full of surprises.
Bullseye actually puts out a hand. He goes, I'm gonna tell you right now, you lay a hand on him first, and I'll kill you. Red's mine.
You know that was almost romantic.
Almost.
No kiss.
Did you like it when he whispered in your ear like that?
It's a new ship name.
Bullmaster.
Okay. Let's roll for initiative.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go with 18.
Nice.
For me.
Sorry, what was that last one?
13
13.
for
So 18
Nightcrawler.
for Daredevil, 13 for Nightcrawler. Jessica Jones,
16.
16. Cap.
17 with an M.
Nice. And Spider-Bite.
15.
Okay.
I think I'm all out of marbles at this point.
And
Giving me
that's
too
gonna
many in a
be-
row, I think.
Don't say that right now.
Don't say it. Don't jinx it.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
I'm just making it aware so that I can fool it into giving.
Yeah. Power of positive thinking.
I love that everybody has like two-part names, because then I can just write initials and it just makes my brain happy. All right, Daredevil, you were at top of the order. What would you like to do?
That's a very good question. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I am going to use my untouchable position so that if I'm attacked, all other close attacks have trouble. I'm going to kind of hold my action, or rather, I'm basically going to stand defensively. because I'm sure that I wanted what I want to do is I want to draw Bullseye out
Oh
because I know that he wants to come at me, and the closer I can get him to the rest of these fine folks, the better.
yeah, he is like you can hear his heart pounding,
Yeah,
in excitement to come at you.
yeah. So I'm gonna give him that. My mouth does not do it justice, but I'm gonna give him that that toothy sneer grin that Daredevil has.
Mm-hmm.
That where he's like, "Yeah, come and get it," kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine does a good version of that too.
Okay. So waiting for him to come at you. Cap, you are up next.
Okay. We have Doom. We have henchmen on either side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go for the big man,
Okay.
and I'm gonna ricochet my shield off of him, and hopefully it hits someone else too. Or I may just do it. Shield bash. Range attack. Captain America will heal his mighty shield. And that is a 14 against his agility.
That definitely hits. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have a 3 times 6. Uh, however, his modifier is. I think it's a
-2 damage reduction.
so 3 times 4 is 12, and 4 is 16.
Okay. 16 points. Okay, with that, yeah, the shield goes flying and
Wow.
yeah, you hear the clang of metal on metal as it absolutely like clocks right on the side of Doom's face, and you see the head kind of turn a little bit, and then as it bounces back, ricochets as you had so eloquently said before, the face just turns back, and you see like the neck crack a little bit, like he's still sitting, fingers are still steepled, he's being a real jerk about it.
Manhattan's not yours, Doom. The city belongs to the people.
I think you mean New Latveria, Captain. You worry with your age and oncoming senility. With
That is
that,
making me mad.
it is Jessica Jones' turn.
Great. How far away is our friend Doom?
We can say, I mean, depending on how close you got, he could be anywhere from 50 to 20 feet. Can't imagine you got like right up on him with, the two villains also next to him. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. What's the positioning of our other two friends?
They have not moved yet, so they are about like a 5 foot square, maybe 10 foot, on either side of Doom's throne there, right at the head of the UN.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, well, first off, I'm going to actually real quick grab which one? My rifle or my shotgun? I'm gonna grab my plasma rifle. I'm gonna toss it over to our friend Nightcrawler. Um Give you a little bit of range. Um
Okay.
are you gonna are we calling that an action, or is that just a thing that happens?
I'll give you an additional action.
Cool, thanks. And I'm going to turn to these two other villains, and I'm just gonna be like, you really think he's not gonna turn on you the second he's done with you?
So yeah, Taskmaster kind of just shrugs his shoulders. I'm a mercenary, Jones. I'm it's I'm, he's paying me all the same. It's in the account already.
Look, it's a typical villain move. Promise you the money, get what you want, kill you, he doesn't have to pay you.
Yeah, but I mean this guy is like, listen, he said I could be governor of Ohio, okay? Like that's not
You
bad.
want Ohio? Okay. I'm gonna hit him. If he wants Ohio, he can't be saved. I would like to please hit him.
Go for it.
This asshole. Oh, it's not actually super great. Okay. It's a
JJ,
14.
he didn't say Delaware.
He didn't, but he said Ohio. It's a 14 with an M.
Okay, and this is a melee attack.
Yeah,
Yeah, that hits.
fantastic. So a fantastic what doubles damage you said?
Doubles damage, and he has 1 damage
Does
reduction.
perfect. So that is 6 times 5, which reduces 6 times 4, which is 24, plus 3, which is 27, which doubles to 54.
Um. So Taskmaster has 60 hit points. So what I will say is I will let you take him out on this turn if you basically let Doom get like an attack of opportunity, essentially. Like Doom gets a free hit on you.
I will take that. I think it is thematically funny, both just in terms of taking him out and in terms of fuck Ohio. So yes, absolutely go for it.
Yeah, there's a reason I left. Okay, so as Tony Masters just like straight up, he's prepping his shield just like Captain America would. He has his sword drawn just like Swordmaster. He's trying to get like a clock on Jessica Jones' fighting style, not realizing that Jessica Jones doesn't have a fighting style. She's not a trained fighter. She's just a really strong woman.
She's a fucking
And
brawler. She just hits things until they fall down.
it's just yeah, it's roundhouse after roundhouse. As yeah, she just clocks him right in the side of his skulled face. Um,
You just solved the problem.
you
That's
had
what you
you had
do.
so much you could do, my guy. Oh well, one of my favorite villains. You had such potential, my poor boy. Okay, let's see if Doom can do anything worthwhile here.
I never thought
So,
that Taskmaster would just be a sweet summer child.
oh, he yeah goes cold right out. Okay, so Doom then is going to just kind of just shake his head, and he is going to shoot an elemental blast at you.
I feel like what happens is I turn to him and I'm like, "Was I wrong though?" And he just like was.
Yeah, Doom just looks real. We'll toss this here. Doom looks at you and goes, "Are you looking for employment?"
No, I'm self-employed.
Then be gone. And he is going to
Be gone, thought.
Yeah.
Wow. He said good day.
So this will actually be an elemental burst. That is a fantastic success. So let's see. Doom is going to do. I believe that is.
Doom is going to doom.
Doom is going to doom. Um, elemental control. Blah blah blah.
I think this is thematically appropriate.
It has to... Okay. So that's 1 plus 3. So 27 points of actually no, I'm sorry, I need to reduce that by 1. So and I need to also multiply. So it's 4 times 4. So 18 plus 3.
I would like to use a reaction.
Okay.
To hurl my shield is as a hurled shield block and grant Jessica Jones 4 steps of damage reduction.
Cool. Okay. In that case, we'll do the math one more time here. So that's
a total DR of 5. Cool. 22? Cool. Thank you.
22
I mean, not thank you, fuck you, but you know.
I get it. Yeah. We're all having fun. Yes, so as this Doom repulsor blast just shoots from his gauntlet, kind of just idly trying to push you away. We'll resolve that there, and then I believe it was going to be Taskmaster's turn.
Nope.
It was.
He takes the turn to be unconscious.
Yes, he remains unconscious. Okay. Virus, it is your turn.
Yeah. So who all we have left? Like Doom and
You have Bullseye and Dr. Doom.
Cool. What technology is near?
Dr. Doom.
Technology, you have
Yeah, D Doctor Doom.
yeah, I mean, well, Doom has a lot of technology on him by like, I mean, he's almost like an evil version of Iron Man in the sense that his suit is also technologically advanced. There's also screens all about. I mean, hell, if you want to really get down to it, every one of the seats in the United Nations has a microphone on it as well.
I was like, could go intense and try to zip into something of Doom's to get in there, spread the virus around.
Okay.
Okay, you need to stop that. We now have a BBEG.
Nothing could go wrong with Symbiote Doom.
Nothing could go wrong.
Oh, I have that pop figure. It's really cool. Okay. Yeah, so Spider-Bite, I'm gonna say that this is something where you are jumping like into the suit of Doctor Doom. So we're not gonna do agility rolls or anything like that, but let's do an ego roll to get through like the outward defenses of Doom here.
That was a fantastic roll. And
okay,
that is
all right.
key.
If you would like to do, we'll call that an ego attack. So if you would like to do damage on that,
yeah. Roll for me. I'm using the website to roll for me, and it likes to be chaotic. Saying 16, so 16.
16. Okay. Right. Cool. You now find yourself inside the inner workings of Doom's suit. You see all of that Latvian code all streaming down. We'll come back around to that on your next turn. In the meantime, it is Dr. Doom's turn. So, while you watch Dr. Doom, like the green kind of shoots out, there's just like this flicker of the virus spider bite color that's like just quickly subsumed. It flickers for just a moment, showing that like, again, she's in, but like Doom's still mostly in control. Doom is going to he's going to create, I think, elemental barrier. Yeah. Okay. So he is going to create an elemental barrier. He's going to form a wall of essentially plasma energy that is going to surround him. So it's going to do an agility check and failure, blah, 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 fantastic success. Okay. So essentially what this is going to mean is any attacks that do 10 points of damage or less are instantly absorbed, and if the attack does more than 10 points of damage, it destroys the barrier. He is going to surround just himself and leave Bullseye out of it. So you see just a little bit of hurt in Bullseye's eyes as he then reverts back to looking at Daredevil. It's fine. I was going to kill him anyway. I don't need to be in your plasma bubble. That is it for Doom's turn. So we have Nightcrawler.
Okay. Nightcrawler, I think, is going to teleport up to the ceiling and just like stick onto the ceiling, and then take the plasma rifle that Jessica Jones.
By the way, the range on a rifle is 20 spaces, and the damage bonus is a +1 to your multiplier.
Okay. I assume that the ceiling is not more than
100 feet.
100 feet
100?
tall.
Yeah, 5 times 20. Yeah. I think you should be fine with the plasma rifle. Yeah.
Okay. And then I am going to take aim, and you're focused on the wrong devil Bullseye and try and just wing him, basically.
Okay, yeah.
And because I have to ask this every time, this Bullseye, what rank is he?
He is rank 2 and has damage
Okay,
reduction
never
1.
mind. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit. Just
Okay.
barely. Nice job.
Then so if it's damage reduction 1, but I have +1 from the rifle, it all evens out.
Mm-hmm.
And my okay, so that is unfortunately it's I only rolled a 2 on the marble die, but it's 2 times 4 plus 6 is 14.
14. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else for your turn?
That is it. I'm just stuck to the ceiling.
Wonderful. Cool. Okay. In that case, it is Bullseye's turn. Bullseye, having just gotten shot from the rafters, it's almost just like he is pinpointed in on Daredevil. Like he's foaming at the mouth, over his obsession with the devil here. So, let's see here. He's got stuff I haven't used before, so I want to make sure. There we go. Cool. Hey, that's exactly what I was looking for. He's going to do snap shooting. So while he is going to try shooting at Nightcrawler, he's also going to shoot at Daredevil, as there are apparently 2 targets for him to worry about. So this will be an agility attack. And cool. Okay. So agility attack on the 2 of you. Dang, I'm not sure that's going to hit. That's only a 13. Does that hit either of your agility defense scores?
Does
No.
not hit.
It
Okay.
meets, but it does not beat.
Okay. If it does meet though, so it will hit Daredevil then.
Okay.
So the man that never misses only half misses. Um, and he only
But
rolled a 2 on the Marvel die, so that's let's see, 8 plus 4, so it's 12 points of
okay.
agility damage.
I am going to use that counter-strike technique to throw half of it back at him though.
Okay, all right. Then yeah, he will take 6.
Okay.
Cool. All right, we are back to top of the order with Daredevil.
All right.
So I should note that Bullseye has begun to move towards you. You know, he's got this like steady walk as he flings a knife at you, throws a knife up into the rafters. You know, 360 no scopes, trying to hit Nightcrawler. Doesn't even realize he hasn't hit Nightcrawler, but is moving towards you. He is closing the distance.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my fast strikes, and I'm going to make 2 melee attacks.
Okay, go for it.
Yep. I'm going at him. How about 15? Does that hit for the first one?
15 definitely hits. Yeah.
Okay. And so that's going to be 10 damage for the first one.
Okay.
The second one, 14.
14 just hits.
Okay.
That is his defense score.
Yeah, and it's going to be another 10 damage.
Okay.
So 20 points.
Looking pretty rough, poor Mr. Lester. But so I find it's weird that we don't have Bullseye's full name at this point. But whatever. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Cool. Cap, it is your turn. Doom is behind an energy barrier. Jessica's taken out Taskmaster, and Bullseye has locked in on Daredevil and is essentially closing the distance between himself and your group.
Hmm. I guess I will try to take down that shield.
Okay, yeah.
And of course, it won't work. But with a Marvel success, can I bounce it off the shield, hit the back wall, and come back and hit him?
Yeah.
Or would I have to choose a different target?
I mean, you could hit Bullseye, but if it does enough damage to break through the shield, I would call that good enough to bounce back. Yeah.
Or do I just bounce it off? Yeah, because I want to hit the shield and knock the shield down.
Yeah. Yeah. If as long as you can
Ricochet
do
it.
10 points of damage, you can break the shield and potentially on the ricochet hit Doom as well. So you could have,
I
you have
do
two targets.
with the first attack. I do 34 points of damage. With the
Okay.
Marvel success, makes it 68.
68. Yeah. Okay. Shield is absolutely down. It ricochets and goes back.
Finally
towards,
works.
Yeah. Ricochets and goes back either towards Doom or Bullseye. What's the damage for the ricochet?
1 sec.
Sure.
I got a 16 with my agility attack with that one.
Okay.
And
That'll
this
hit.
one does, coming back at Dune, he's got a 2, so 5 times 4 is 20, plus 4 is 24 points.
Okay. So with that, yes, pretty solid hit there on Doom. And with no longer a barrier in front of him, he is now exposed for more damage. Is there anything else for your turn?
No, I think that's it. I was going to say something
Cool.
pithy, but I can't think of anything right now.
Jessica Jones, it is your turn.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna real quick look at Bullseye, be like, look at Taskmaster on the floor, look at Bullseye, just be like, I told him. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and try and smack our friend Bullseye if he is not already running away.
He is not yet. No, he's pretty
Unfortunate.
hyper-focused.
I would
Bubble
like to
bone.
smack him. I would like to
Okay.
smack him.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if I can. Okay, it's not terrible. It's actually, hang on. Another 14.
14 will do it. Yeah.
Fantastic. It's also a fantastic hit. So, unfortunately, this guy also takes, I think it was a bunch of fucking damage. Where the fuck did I put my character sheet? There it is. Let's see. Oh, does he have DR?
He has 1.
1 DR. Okay. So it's 6 times 4 instead of 5, which is 24, plus 3 is 27, times 2 is 54.
How do you take out Bullseye?
Remind me what his current weapon is?
He's just like pulling out knives and shuriken, and like he just has throwing things.
Great.
Just sharp things.
Does he have like
These-
a belt of them, or is it just like pockets?
Both. So I think he definitely has a belt where he just has like always just has a couple of knives, and then he also does have his little bullseye pockets of just like this
Great.
is my shuriken pocket.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take his belt, rip it off him, and smack him in the head with it.
Okay, yeah. And even though it says that he has like cybernetic bones or something like that,
Oh, they're adamantium, actually.
the reinforced skeleton. Okay, I forgot
Yeah.
that part. Yeah.
And
so
you were gonna pootie tang him.
Yeah, you clang pretty hard off of the metal skull. But he goes down, crumples in front of Daredevil. Just like even as he does, he reaches out to try to just grab at Daredevil's face, and just I hate you.
I just made the clanging in his skull just go a little bit too hard.
Mm-hmm. Doom has stood up from his seat now. Truly is very difficult to find good help these days. With that, a spider bite. It is your turn. I would love for you to give me a vigilance roll.
What? Why?
That is
Maybe he has an antivirus installed.
16.
16. Okay. Um, there's some weird lines of code in here. I don't think it's immediately obvious to you what they are, but this just it seems like there's too many lines of code. Like I have to imagine that Spider Bites encountered versions of Iron Man and other things from her multiversal plane, but it's like this is more than you would find even in like a current Mark whatever of Tony Stark's.
Mhm.
Like this isn't. It seems like it's too much for a suit.
Right.
So that was a free action. So if there's anything
Cool.
you'd like to do on your turn, by all
Cool.
means.
Because Spider-Man's like, this is extra. Well, Virus is like, this is extra. We should like tear it down a notch and try to rip down some coding binaries.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me an ego roll. It was an ego attack.
That is and math 18.
Sorry, one more time.
18.
18 definitely hits. Yeah, go for it.
24.
All right. Yes, so a lot of the code, just like you give it that virus. Again, you're ripping it down, you're kind of like tearing it apart a little bit, like ripping through the lines of code and just like leaving partial digits and partial structures, and it's almost like sigilism by the time that you're done with it. Um and you all would see as like there starts to be like little sparks in the joints of Doom's armor, and like little you see just like fluctuations in the green light that kind of like stems from some of the cleaner lines and even out of the eyes. Like there's just like little flickers here and there. um cool, it is Doom's turn, and let's see here. He is going to try for let's do another elemental burst. Let's see, he's gonna shoot for Cap on this one. So Cap, this is going to be a 15 with a Marvel success. This is a fantastic 15. So, first of all, does that hit your agility defense? Or I'm sorry, ego defense?
My ego defense. Yes.
I think because it's an elemental blast. I guess we could say this would be it's a physical
It hits
thing.
my
It shouldn't be
agility
affecting
defense
your
too.
head. Okay, yeah, we'll consider this a physical thing.
Fair.
And then because he's got basically the same multiplications on everything. So
suck.
that is you have 4 defense, so 8. That's only that's 22 points of essentially like this plasma blast energy towards you. Okay. And he has taken up a stance of like definitely stood up from his chair with his 2 hirelings now downed. He's taken on like the stance of Doom with like the one hand forward and the cape billowing from behind from some unseen source of wind. And with that, we are back to Nightcrawler.
All right. Nightcrawler is going to teleport behind Doom and say, I was raised by a witch, and in my experience, magic cannot survive a kick to the legs, and is going to use his leg sweep.
Okay. Doom goes to turn around as you do. Wait, are you one of mine? And as you do, by all means, please roll for that.
I feel legitimate children.
I feel like everybody's claimed Nightcrawler at one point, And I think it's just because
at least 3 people.
At least, yeah.
That would be. Is he an equal or higher rank than me? What rank is Doom?
Yes.
Yes.
He's 5, isn't he?
Well, it's interesting you say that. This is a rank 3.
Ah, darn.
Son of a.
Mike
Okay.
figured it out.
Well, it's that makes it a 15, but if that succeeds, it's a fantastic success.
It does succeed.
Okay, then that is a fantastic success. So, uh, damage plus stunned for 1 round.
It might not even be that, depending on how much damage this is. So, what damage do you do?
How much resistance
We
does
have
it have?
2 resistance.
Okay. 2 resistance is so the 4 minus 2 is 2 times 6 is 12.
Doom had 11 hit points left.
But that's plus another 4, so yes.
Okay. So you leg sweep Doom, and as Spider-Bite is inside taking out code, it's almost like the knees buckle, and like the leg sweep is just way too efficient as this Doom just crumples to the ground, and like sparks are now shooting out from like neck joints and even like out of like the eye holes, and you start hearing, "I will not be defeated. Kneel before, kneel before, kneel before, kneel before Doom."
Don't think a leg sweep is supposed to
Damn it.
be that effective.
And
Can
then
we
you start
mute him?
hearing the Latvian national anthem blasting from out of the mouthpiece,
Elf, you hit parade mode again.
and all of that green light just kind of, you hear mechanical shutdown. And Spider-Bite, you realize inside, tell Taylor when she gets back, you're not inside just a suit. You're inside a Doombot. As you see the mechanical face of Doom kind of like, it opens up a little bit to all of this circuitry on the inside.
Eyeball poker.
Congratulations. It's silent for like a weird period of time as you all just kind of stand there in this weird victory. You've beaten Bullseye, you've beaten Taskmaster, you've beaten Doom.
Yeah, we have.
And then you hear the surge of energy. Nightcrawler, I feel like the hair on your body kind of stands on end as you also pass through in a similar way to this like this magical energy just kind of gives you like a spine tingle. And another Doom walks out of a portal, this green like swirling magical portal just off to the side of the stairs, and the metal boots kind of just clank onto the green carpeting, and he looks around
and he's
all
slow
of you.
clapping.
Yes. He walks over without really saying anything to the Doombot and like picks it up by the cloak and starts dragging it over to the still open portal. "Oh, I am terribly sorry. My massive apologies for all of this inconvenience. One of my Doombots gained an unfortunate level of sentience and assumed it was me. It was simply an error in programming, and you have my deepest apologies and condolences. I will send funds to repair all of the damaged things that have occurred from this very unfortunate series of events."
Is he lying?
No roll. No. Doom's
Okay.
gonna send money. This was an unfortunate series of events. It resulted from poor programming.
Is Spider-Bite still in the Doombot?
I'm about to
Yeah.
say, can I get out?
Zoink.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're
out of
taking
Latveria.
that back to Latveria, right? Putting it with back with the other Doombots.
Yes, not back with the other Doombots. We were going to disassemble and diagnose what caused this unfortunateness. The energy shield should be down now. I do again apologize. I was dealing with some, well, multiversal concerns and was not present on this in this universe.
It broke New
Don't
York.
don't
You may have
antagonize
your
Doom.
you may have your
I-
stinky island back. I don't want it. At least not today.
I think Kurt just like tries to make eye contact like with Jessica Jones and communicate like, do we let him take Spider Bite back to Latveria? Like that could be good if she can hack.
Taylor
Like,
did say she did pop out, so there is
Yeah.
oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. So he does look over as Spider-Right just like materializes. Oh. Yes, I will definitely have to do diagnostics then and see what you touched.
I fixed it.
He looks to Captain America. My apologies, Captain Rogers. Kurt, es tut mir leid. Miss Jones. I don't think an apology matters much to you. And Mr. Devil. We shall be sure to donate to some of your preferable causes. The lawyers that you often spout about.
Yeah, Nelson and Murdoch. Yeah.
Poor
Yes,
Foggy.
the murky men. Yes.
Yeah.
Feel
Yeah.
free to donate to Alias Investigations.
Yeah.
Nelson and Murdoch, avocados at law. All right. So,
See you on Other
well,
Earth.
farewell.
see you during the next Secret Wars.
Yeah. See you, Earth 22191.
I'll remember that one.
Oh, wait.
And he
You
drags
just
the
gave him the
Doombot.
keys to the city.
And
What?
he's already defeated.
That's
and
fair.
we're Earth.
Fair.
Drags the Doombot back through the portal, and it seals. Congratulations. You all will step outside the United Nations and see again a fresh open night sky that is full of potential and hope as Iron Man armors and Norse gods and spider people and everything else. Human torches, at least one of them. Fantastic cars and Quinjets and just an entire Marvel multiverse of aid comes to New York. Villains are rounded up. The raft is placed back under control, and Manhattan once again lies in the safe hands of X-Men and Avengers and Fantastic Four and Devils of Hell's Kitchens, friendly neighborhoods this, and not so friendly Jessica Jones that's. And you have successfully saved the day. Well done to all of you. A wonderful job here playing Marvel Multiverse: The Day of Doom. This has been such a wonderful game. I would love to give you all this this final, looking out onto the Hudson as fireworks shoot out into the sky, and your little superhero team for perhaps the last time for a little bit spends just a moment enjoying, basking in the glory that is victory.
The world hasn't seen the last of the Bevengers.
Absolutely.
Said through a mouthful of shawarma.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you to my wonderful players. Thank you to you in the audience. Like I said, I know we went a little bit long, but we're going to be wrapping up here. So, my name is Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I have been your GM for this game. Please go and follow all of these people in all the places you can. Support them in the stuff that they do. Go and buy books and, watch streams and just otherwise support them. Follow them on social media at the very least. I apologize for my several animals. I live at a fucking zoo. Please, go and just again bask in the glory that are these people. They do wonderful things. They of course are wonderful here. They're going to be wonderful in many other places. So Let's go ahead and go around if you'd like to share for one final time for this game where people can find more of your lovely selves. Jen, if you don't mind starting us out.
Absolutely. Hello, I am Jen. They, she. I have been your not so friendly, very local Jessica Jones. You can find me pretty much on all the social medias at Jenburb, although I am most active over on Twitter. I spend most of my time over on Girls Run These Worlds and the Lore Mistresses channels. Girls Run These Worlds, I do more back end stuff, so you won't see me on stream as much. On the Lore Mistress, you'll see me every other week, bright and early Sunday mornings, at 10 a.m. Eastern, every other Sunday, playing Mythic Odysseys of Theros. 5e is a hot topic right now. 2014 spells for the win. In the meantime, that's pretty much me.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I definitely feel that where it's like, man, like I already had a 5e game. Why'd you have to make this harder?
Give me my spells,
Um,
that's all.
I know, that's the thing. Nick, where can people find more of your lovely self?
Oh, well, hello everyone. I'm Dick LaRue and pronouns he, they, and I was your Devil of Hell's Kitchen, the blind lawyer, daredevil, Matt Murdock. You can find me over on the Twitters and most of the other social medias at Film Snobbery. And you can find me my website, filmsnobbery.com. Um, yeah, that's really it for me. Buy my book, Behind the Scenes of Indie Film Marketing, available
Yeah,
now and everywhere where books are sold.
do
Please.
that. Yeah, hell yeah. All right. Next up we have Taylor.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Taylor. Hey, Spunky Taylor. Playing Spider Bite today. Share pronouns. You can see me on Thursday on Don't Kill My Character, where we do our part 1 finale of Shipwrecks. So if you like the good old pirates and mysteries and craziness and stuff, check us out there. And then also on Friday at 8 p.m. on Twisted Fates, you see us playing our once a month campaign Bison as we hunt down some crypts and cryptics. And also, like the last day to vote for me for the small streamer where Rising Star for It Takes a Village ends on August 31st, and you can check that link out on my Beacons link.
Incredible. Okay. Next we have Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm basically everywhere at Veil's Edge Games. It is a podcast, not a stream, but I will be over on the Queer XP in Himbos of Myth and Metal. And I also make games, so you can check those out also on itch.io. Veil's Edge Games, everything from fast-paced action games to one-page games about arguing over taxonomy.
I love that. That's all incredible. And last but absolutely not least, we have Mike, one and only Captain America.
Hey, Mike was playing Captain America and had a fantastic time. Fantastic people here. Follow everything you can with these people. They are rising stars. And for me, you can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America or CDN Captain America, depending on whether you're looking at Instagram or TikTok, etc. The Blue Sky, the Dead Bird app, what have you. And currently, projects that I have going, including this one, are a double, meaning I run 2 a week, Marvel Multiverse game called Would Be Heroes, held on Mondays at 6 p.m. PST and Saturdays at 10 a.m. PST. And that is we're wrapping about 60% through the campaign. It looks to be wrapping probably around late November, early December, at which point then I'm going to transition into definitely a Dungeons & Dragons game, 5th edition. Probably 24, but 14, absolutely. And from there, possibly even another hero game or a hunter game, depending. Or on that as it shows up.
All right. Look out for all of that stuff and more, as I'm sure that's not even the near end of what these folks will be doing in the future. So yes, definitely go check out all of their stuff, support all their stuff. Again, my name is Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome. No, you can't have it. I'm the sword half of Sword and Key, and I've been your GM for this game as I am for many games. If you want to follow Sword and Key stuff, which I highly recommend you do even more than my stuff, because even what I do on social media is just retweeting, reposting, whatever, Sword and Key stuff. So find all of Sword and Key's things at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can find our socials there. Most of those have underscores between the words, so sword underscore and underscore key. You can join our Discord, hang out with cool people such as these, talk about cool games such as this one. You can also get the first dibs at any applications that go out. We're going to have some more applications coming out really soon, like first couple of weeks in September for October, because October is a really big charity month. So we're looking to do a bunch of games for that and really raise some good money for some good causes. You can also on the beacons you can see our ongoing philanthropic endeavors like PCRF, what this game was in support of. We will continue to raise money for PCRF throughout the year. Canine Companions for Independence, which is a cause that's near and dear to my heart. It's a canine service dog organization, which gives the dogs one of the few organizations in the U.S. that provides a fully trained canine companion for zero cost to the recipient. No fundraising, no nothing. It's a really cool thing that's unfortunately a little rare when it comes to service dog organizations. Um, you can also find our discount codes, our affiliate ships, Greenleaf Geek Dice if you're looking for a new dice set, Eldritch Foundry if you're looking for a new custom mini for any GTRPG, even this one, and Wishbone Cosmetics. I did remember. It's different codes for each, so make sure you use the right link, use the right code. But Wishbone Cosmetics has like custom cosmetic palettes that you can get that are often like fantasy or like, you know, kind of TTRPG themed a little bit. So check out all that stuff. And you can also, if you join our Discord again, you can see our calendar. So some stuff that's coming up real soon. We should have a next episode of Monster Crush out really soon, probably tomorrow at this point because I'm a little tired. But that is a podcast I do with my friend LD. It's about different cryptids, creatures, miscellaneous monsters from mythology, and how smoochable they are. This episode is actually going to be a monster episode, or I'm sorry, a Marvel monster episode. They're all monster episodes. But I have the A to Z's of Marvel monsters, so I decided to pick some monsters that might have familiar names to some other characters, but might have been the predecessors to them, such as the first Hulk, or the first Groot, or perhaps Thor with two R's. Characters such as that. So you can check that out wherever podcasts are found. The 27th, we should be doing an episode of Gate Night, which is our Baldur's Gate playthrough. That's Shadow, LD, and myself that play that. It should be 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll keep you updated if that does happen to change. 29th, on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, is the premiere of our new 5e campaign, Zenith, run by one of my favorite GMs, Alex. It's going to be like big city high fantasy with like monsters beneath the streets and like reputation and backstabbing and all sorts of cool stuff like that. It's going to be really great. On the 31st, we have another superhero game. It's a playtest of the game that we talked about on the 24th during our Sword and Tea with Josh Simons. It's called Paragons. It is a new superhero TTRPG from Broken Door Entertainment, and we're going to give it an honest shot. We're going to see how it plays out. I'm super excited about it. Going into September, Gate Night should play every Tuesday. Zenith should be every Thursday. Friday, we'll have our next movie night, which is exclusively on our Discords. That's a movie night. It's a double feature for my birthday. So we're watching two movies that were formative to me, which is The 13th Warrior and Tremors. Horizon's Call, our 5e nautical campaign, should be back on the 7th and play through with exemptions here and there as stuff happens. We're getting towards the holidays. We also have the premiere of Humblewood Season 2 on the 8th. That's Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. And the premiere of a game run by Mare using the Cypher system called Journey to Book's End on Monday the 9th at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Lots of cool stuff lined up. That's literally just like the next 2 or 3 weeks. There's tons of stuff, and even more when we get to October. So stick around, hang out, check out all the cool stuff. Tonight we are going to be raiding Katie Quixotic, who's a dear friend, wonderful streamer. Go show some positivity and support over there. Again, follow these people, and until next time, which I hope is sooner rather than later, take care of yourselves. Excelsior, enough said, make mine Marvel, stand the man Lee, all that kind of stuff. Take care of yourselves.